friend?
Yes, Ted, my friend?
I have a feeling things are about to change in a most outstanding way.
I could not agree more.
From days of long ago, created by the cosmic legends of the universe, there stands one man, one great man, a man dedicated to preserving all that is good in pop culture. Loved by few, hated by many. Alone in his fortress of awesomeness, he battles fearlessly against the woke, the evil, the unjust. To right that which is wrong, to stand for justice, to serve all mankind. He is the one, the only, the comic relief crusader.
That is my Friday sip of the day of black coffee with only a little bit of sugar. Hey, y'all, how's it going? Welcome. It's Frantic Fridays. It's the end of the week, and everybody made it safe and sound as we leave another week of madness, or probably some would say sheer relief. I am your host, the Comic Relief Crusader, here, and you made it to episode 59 of A Frantic Friday. How's it going, everybody out there? Glad to be here once again in the saddle. And I might have to switch this chair out. It's slightly uncomfortable, but that's okay. It causes me to pay attention. And I want to say hello to everybody out there that made it so far. It seems like, wow, already 10 people in the chat. How is that even possible? That's not that I'm complaining. Don't mind me. So I'm just rambling on like a madman. And I want to say hello to Snortapoopus Cuber, who says, "How humans and other critters, hello to you." And we got the infinity of the TWL, hello to you, as he's pouring himself a drink, only I can imagine, to cope with life the way it is. And we got Ledrod. How's it going, Ledrod? Nice to see you, dude. Hail to you, man. Just enough time to grab a snack. Yes, you totally 100% do. And on top of that, we got Vince Womack, my illustrious wrench that happens to be here. And yes, and thank you for advertising for me, because I seem to be like the absent-minded professor and keep on forgetting to plug myself. So if you happen to want a freelance graphic designer to help you while you're on a budget, then yes, go to my website, which just happens to be there, or you can email me. Most of you know how to find me anyway. So thank you, Vince. Great, great that you remember where I don't. So, and I want to say hello to Alistair's queen, Emma. Hello to you. Nice to see you. And we also have the illustrious comic man himself, Al Nickerson. How's it going, man? Nice to see you, dude. And yeah, great talk that we had yesterday. So loving every minute of it. So, and with his trusty shades on, looking all cool and spectacular, he says, "Word." So there we go, looking all nice and cool himself. And we got Wendy, Trauma Warrior, who says, "Hello, CRC in chat." Hello to you, Wendy, my dear. Nice to see you. And we also have DJ Play Nice. He says, "Wee," who's having a good old time right there. And just don't play too hard. Save some energy for later. And we also have our madman number 4, who says, "Yo," and I say yo to you back, dude. And let's see. Yeah, coffee. Don't like the taste, but I love the smell. I know. I'm gonna get some incense of that. Just 10 more episodes till we reach 69. Oh yes, that was not lost on me, dude. So, and we also have Madhouse Retro, cool kids on Rumbles. Yes, you are. I see you on the Rumbles, so you're here in the chat, and I say hello to you. And and if you happen to be on the Rumbles, spread the channel around, help that channel grow and flourish, and all that rumble stuff. So because that would help as well, because you get monetized faster on Rumble than you do on the YouTubes. So just a little hint there. Tina, the Naughty Dragon, hello to you. Nice to see you. Haven't seen you in a while. So and hello to everybody out there. So now that I got the introductions out of the way, I have to get the obligatory intro for the other people that happen to be here. So
if you're blue and you don't know where to go to, why don't you go where fashion sits?
Tom, how's it going, dude?
Okay, I'll try not to fall asleep this time. My gosh, I'm sorry, everybody. I'm going to say this right now. I passed out. I literally passed out. I was so tired. I passed out sitting up with my headphones on last time on Tuesday. It was like, God, I was worn out.
I'm just thinking, it's like, he's keeping to himself, and he's like, I don't know, maybe he just doesn't have an opinion on what we're talking about, but
I didn't move. I didn't fall down or anything. So I turn around. I think I still got some more to say. I'm like, oh wait, the show's done. What the hell?
Yeah, exactly. So if you weren't here on Tuesday, okay, because it was so hilarious. Tom was quiet for the last, I think it was probably like maybe the last half of the show, and I didn't hear from him for a while because Jason was talking, Appion was talking, Pop Culture Republic was talking, and I thought, oh my god, okay, because Tom had something done on Tuesday. I'm not going to say what it was, so
I don't mind it.
Okay, Tom had needles stuck in his eyeball.
Yeah,
Yeah. So I thought, okay, he's either, got a little bit of a pain going on there, and he's just kind of, off to the side a little bit, dealing with maybe some pain or something like that. But no, like Al Nickerson, who happened to be in the chat when we chatted yesterday, Al, Tom also took a nap. And so when it came to the end of the show and everybody's plugging, and I had to plug for Tom, after the show, he wakes up and he gets on the show. He's like, wait, what? It's over?
No, I look around and I see, whatchamacallit, party on, dude's like, what the hell?
Oh my God, wow. Yeah.
I had a long week. I was, exactly.
Tom and I are old.
I literally, as you know, I had to go to Fredericton to the Silver Wave Film Festival. That's New Brunswick's big film festival every year. We have international films played here too.
Yeah.
And it was a 4-day event. We got to screen some of them. I was hoping to see more of them, but I actually got to work it, which was nice. Doing moving, security, and mostly photography. And made some connections. Made a good friend, Toko. She actually is from Detroit, originally from Japan. She showcased her documentary. She's actually a musician, and her husband, he's a musician himself. And it was amazing, meeting amazing people. So, but yeah. It just, I was worn out. I literally walked 40 miles in 4 days. It's like, wow, I was busy. So, but I'm glad. I got connections. I did stuff, but I was that tired, man. Like, wow.
Nice.
But I got stuff done, so.
Oh my God. Oh, you guys. I fell asleep too on Tuesday, but I was keeping off the meds from a colonoscopy. Oh my God, that's right. Yes, Wendy fell asleep too. So, oh my God. And Lenrod, I'm running on 3 hours sleep. The napping desire is strong. Oh my God. What is going on this week? Everybody is falling asleep on my show. I swear to God. I hope I'm not that boring. That's
your voice is that soothing. You're so soothing. It's like,
that's what it is. I'm sounding sexy. So there we go.
I didn't say that. I said soothing. What the hell?
I need an ego to boost, so it's going to be mine. Yeah. So Oh my god!
But I apologize, everybody. But yes. It was after the Fantastic Four stuff, which I think maybe talking about Fantastic Four put me to sleep because I don't want to see that.
Oh, that's you got a point there.
Dream.
Yeah,
it's a fever dream. It's like no. No.
More multiverse crap. Yay. Yeah, there we go. There. Glenrod has an idea. CRC ASMR is gonna be a thing. Yes.
That's right. Gonna fall asleep now to the soothing voice of CRC. Sounding all sexy. Yeah.
So today CRC gets even and falls asleep on us.
Shut up! No, I have to do everything, and I don't have any information. So
that's an idea. That's an idea. I'm liking that idea more. Just let you guys handle the channel. But anyway, so as we carry on to the show, let's get to the fun part of the beginning of the show that everybody seems to enjoy and commented on, and gets the chat going. So you know what? Hey, new guy on Rumble, thank you for being here. You get to watch this at the beginning of the show.
Tonight, we dive into the diseased human mind. Join me. The gray matter is warm.
And it's a segment that we like to call Stupid News. So, Madhouse Retro, you're in for a treat. So if you happen to be new here, I hope you like and subscribe and all that kind of jazz as we present some of the stupid news today. So what do we got in stupid news? Because everybody just seems to be, you know what? Because I'm not going to bother with women shaving their heads and calling a sex strike and stuff like that. That's not exactly, I mean, it's stupid, but it's not exactly newsworthy. We kind of knew that. No, it's not. But I got something. Oh, Tina, thank you. Yes, CRC sexy. Not if you saw me in person. So I'm just going to say that. So what do we got? From the Virginian Pilot. This one actually is back from February 9th of this year. PETA wants carousel makers to stop creating rides with animal figures.
I've actually read this article. I remember when this came out. I remember seeing this. I was like, oh my head.
Do you?
Just stop.
What would PETA like everybody to ride instead of animals? Because animals are kind of, traditional. It's, you ride on animals. You ride on horses. I mean, heck, horses. If you wanted to, you could ride on a llama, or a camel. I don't know.
Yeah. So, and they seem perfectly happy with it. We've been done it for thousands upon thousands of years. Hello.
Oh, that's what PETA stands for. People eating tasty animals. Yeah, okay. I can get along with that then. So,
yum.
Yeah. Snort. Don't worry, I'm not sexy either. Yes, but you are big enough to ride on, so you would be perfect for a carousel animal. Wendy, are they afraid real animals will get injured trying to jump the fake ones? Yes, I'm guessing they probably are. Oh, you didn't mean jump, you meant hump the fake ones. I know the egregious error that you made. Yeah. Either way is stupid. So, but I don't know. What would you replace it with besides, like, I don't know, cars or motorcycles or whatever? It's like,
I know what the people that would probably come up with it to replace it. Straight white men. We can ride them because they're useless.
Oh, there you go. Yes. Yeah. You could put a bit in their mouth.
Yeah.
And a saddle. And you could have a white man just bent over with a pole going through. Yeah. I won't say where, because
and a bunch of blue-haired girls would love riding that all the time.
That's right, but they'd probably crack under the pressure, and disintegrate. Let's see. The last person who tried to ride on me got. Yes, I understand. There we go. Yes, got eaten. Let's see. Finity, PETA, the organization that sued a photographer on behalf of a monkey over a selfie. Yeah, that PETA. And I wonder who won. I wonder if the monkey won. So, that's what I want to know.
Wow.
Yes, ride a white man. Yeah. Well, because it would have to be white men Wendy, on account that if you made a ride with people and one of them happened to be black, then, you know, racism and all that kind of stuff, you can't have that. So it would have to be subjugated white men.
We're the dredge of the earth, I guess. So, you know.
Exactly. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's hard when, you know, most of civilization is being carried on the shoulders of, you know, white men. Go figure.
And we're going to call the ride the patriarchy.
Yes. There we go. Let's see, a bunch of orange Trumps.
Yeah, could be that too.
That's right. Everybody wants to get on me. Everybody wants to get on board. You know, be part of the cabinet. It'd just be even better if it was a carousel. So, Vince Womack, yeah. Come on, Kamal, ride the human centipede. Oh my God.
No, Vince, stop right there. No. If anybody's seen that movie, you know why that's no.
Okay. Here he goes. Save a horse, ride a white man.
That's the best thing ever, Randy. Oh my God.
Oh, I love
make
that.
A t-shirt. Yeah. You're gonna make that a t-shirt now. Save a horse, ride a white man.
Oh God. Oh my God. Yes. Okay. Wait a minute. Okay. Because when he came up with the idea, okay, I'm gonna draw this up. Really
that's a t-shirt waiting to happen. Seriously.
That's a t-shirt. Okay. So we'll have him bend over. Okay. And thank God.
His mouth.
That's right. Bit in his mouth. You can
actually have the horse riding it. It'd be a horse. It'd be a color.
That's right. Oh, yes, that's even better. Okay, so we're gonna put the saddle there and the bit right there. Okay, and we'll have the horse. Okay, and he's, you know, you gotta have him tail. Okay, so essentially, yeah. Okay, and this is a rough sketch, everybody. So, but you got to thank Wendy for this. So we'll have something like this. You know, just quick preliminary sketch. There we go. That'll work. Okay.
There's a session with Wendy and 2 graphic designers. We just came.
Yes.
There you go. Oh, I know that's a new t-shirt idea.
Madman Ford, did PETA ever mention Peanut and the raccoon? Probably not. No. Gee, I can't imagine why. Must have been a slow news day for them. I don't know. For the famous idea. Yeah, they can't. Those critters were taken out by their political allies. Yeah, that's true. Right. Yeah. They were yeah. Axbox, hey man, nice to see you again. Imagine how poor Horsey would feel if seeing character of themselves riding up and down, and how bad she would feel. Yes, that's true. You know, the trauma would be real. Poor Horsey. Yeah. So yeah, they'd probably put him down and then watch children be mortified and scarred for the rest of their life. So that was that. Okay, and next, man tries to rob a bank after paying $500 to a wizard to make him invisible. I'm guessing by the mugshot, he probably wants his money back. I probably think so. Yeah.
Drugs are bad. That's perfect there.
Yeah. Yeah, drugs are bad. Okay.
Kind of reminds me. Remember the Tom Hanks one? He actually believed he was a wizard. Remember that one? The movie many years ago. The D&D.
Yeah,
film.
I remember that. Yeah,
he actually went nuts in the end. That was a thing of D&D's bad for you, which no, it's not. But yeah, it's like, yeah.
This guy is tweaking, dude.
Big time.
Like,
oh
my God. So he tried to rob a bank.
They can't see me. What the hell?
If you had $500, you wouldn't have to rob a bank.
No.
You could have invested. I don't know.
My head hurts.
Ledrod. Fentanyl is a heck of a drug. It is. Yes, it is. Oh my God. Oh Lord, that crazed look. Yes, he does look like a stable fellow, man. Totally. Oh yeah, he's completely normal. Yeah, Peter and Fred get to hang out together. Yeah, that's true. Xbox. I'm gonna pitch this as a movie for the Invisible Man. There you go. That's a good idea. I like that. Yeah. Scientist needs funding, and instead of being rejected from government funding and stuff like that, he goes to a wizard and pays him $500 to make him invisible. There's your plot.
To be honest, that could actually be in a good indie film. I was at a film festival. There was stuff like that there. So yeah.
Did he not check the mirror first? Obviously not.
Yeah. Just like, I'm invisible.
Oh, God. Oh, geez. He's just surprised cops could see him. Yeah. 100%. Oh, my God. But
that's why the bug eyes. He's like, well, how can they see me? What's going on? Was I lying?
Yeah, exactly. Oh, God. Yeah. What's your reaction?
I don't know. Like I said, fentanyl's a drug. It's a drug. People talk about the pandemic and all that jazz. Fentanyl is a world-crushing thing that's going crashing around the world, and people aren't doing anything about it. On a serious note, people need to get rid of fentanyl. It's just stuff like this is just happening all too often.
Yeah.
Mental health. Not
countries like China and exactly. Yeah, that is true. It's a memeable expression. That's true. Yeah. The day you could put like, I don't know, the day after election day, finding out that you owe the IRS, that Linrod. I'm a wizard. Kind of sad for that, but it is what it is. Oh, man. Yeah, imagine all the material you can get hanging out at the police station. That is true. Yeah. You know, a lot of people probably just don't think about it, but it is a lot of material if you hang out there a lot, or if you happen to be a cop. I never thought about that. So, yeah, well, this guy's certifiably nuts, and I'm sorry to say that he should find that wizard, beat him within an inch of his life, and get his $500 back. So, or I should play a wizard and see if I can make this a sustainable income for myself.
Because you got people like that. Here, give me $500 and you are now invisible.
That's right. You know, I'd be willing to turn those frowns upside down. I know, right? I'd be willing to turn those frowns upside down. And and it would have to be done under the cover of night, because if I happen to give him a potion, I would have to explain that you would only have to take this during the daytime, and because sunlight would ruin the potion, so you would have to drink it at night, wake up in the morning, and then go about your day, except only invisible. Just don't look at mirrors, or else it negates the effects. So anyway, stupid people everywhere. There you go. There's your stupid news. And by
the way, we don't endorse pushing potions of any type.
No, we don't.
No, we don't.
Unless it's certified by
Gandalf himself.
Yeah, by Gandalf himself. Your local wizard. Oh my God. Jeez. Oh, where's Pop where you need him?
I know. I can just hear him like, oh, just
yeah, exactly. Right. He just happens to be running late, and it's like, I'm just waiting for that sigh that that slight disappointment in humanity that only Pop's sigh can give. Okay, so
it's funny.
It is funny.
Yes, on with the show.
So on with the show. So we got 2 articles, probably because I might end a little bit early today, because there might be somebody that might come by a little later on to pick up a display case. But you know what? I got the door locked, so it really doesn't matter to me. Because my wife is.
Is it raining outside? Just leave them out there in the rain until then.
I could probably do that, yeah. But somebody else might nick off with it, and well, it is heavy. No, anyway, I'm counting on people's laziness. So we got 2 articles today so far. Let's see. The first one is about Zachary Levi as he launches a new production house, or do we cater to all the, not in this chat at least, but any possible simps at the mere mention of the word Sydney Sweeney?
I'll save the hot girls for later.
That's a good idea. Yeah. That's not too bad. What say the chat? Should we do Zachary Levi or Sydney Sweeney? So, keeping in mind that I'm not calling you guys in the chat simps. So, let's see. Scotty does love Sweeney. Yes, he does. So, as do many people do. Lord Thibes just showed up in the nick of time. So, we're either going to be talking about Zachary Levi or Sydney Sweeney. So, people's choice.
She's totally hot, but I've only ever seen her in one film, and I don't even like that film. It was really dumb and bad. It's like, yeah, why did I watch that? So I don't really even know who she is. I know she was hot in that with the schoolgirl outfit. That's all I know about her. It's like I've never gone out of my way to watch her other stuff. I'm like,
no, neither have I. So let's see, no idea who that is. Therefore, I'm safe from simpery. Yes, you are. Let's just say, yeah, exactly. See, Madman 4 has it. You know, the one with the knockers. Yeah, that was in Madam Web.
Yeah, like I said, the movie that we all forget about. It's like, yeah.
Sweeney for the win because of reasons. Oh my God. Okay, well,
we go for the swing, as Wayne used to say. So
yeah, you know, it's a hard one. It's a hard one.
Literally,
it is. Yeah. Oh God. Yeah, I know what I did right there.
Screw it. The chat wants to go for it. I guess we go with the swing.
I walked into that one, didn't I? Yeah, you can see the long blondes with the hanging out in LA every day. That I have. Okay, yeah, fine. We'll do the Sweeney thing. Okay, let's do Sweeney. All right, fine. So Sydney Sweeney, who was in other films that I have never watched except for Madam Web, and only because Madam Web was a cartoon comic movie, and as dismal as that did, apparently a lot of people were smitten with Sydney Sweeney in particular. And but
I'm sorry, who was?
I know. Yeah, it's a hard one. Not yet. God. Anyway, Sydney Sweeney is calling out Hollywood. Hollywood's women empower women lies. Now, you know what? This is actually because I've heard things here and there about Sydney Sweeney actually being more on the kind of conservative side of things, right?
Level-headed, you mean?
Yeah, and just likes to have fun and see, for some odd reason, I knew Joe was just gonna show up right in the nick of time. Like to share it as I've been subscribed, motherfuckers. Where were you at, people? Oh my God. And yes, she's pretty base and fun. Yeah, so that's why I'm guessing that she has a lot of appeal. And hello, Joe Atmosphere. So nice to see you, man. But yeah, she's pretty based. She's fun. She likes to have fun with whatever it is she's doing. And on top of that, yeah, I've heard she more leans on the kind of conservative kind of thing, which is great. So and for her, because she is at a high popularity, let's put it that way, because of certain assets. Yes, I'm going to use that pun. I find it actually quite refreshing, because you would figure somebody like this would be probably like everybody else in Hollywood, like, far left and whatnot. So yeah,
into the BS of Hollywood. She's actually
exactly.
Yeah.
I guess she's going to be out of work for a while. Well, that depends. I
doubt with those lips and those eyes, and that, she's pretty hot. She's pretty set for a while.
Exactly.
She makes money. Yeah.
Well, I mean, if you look at it this way, like Chris Pratt, right, who's also Christian and conservative and whatnot, he's had a pretty good run for over 10 years.
I know.
Yeah. So maybe not. But God, he's stealing your Sweeney spot, Joe. No, I'm not. Joe, she's the girlfriend from State of Atmosphere. We call this Sweeney spot every Wednesday. I am not stealing. I swear to God, Joe. Honest to God.
She's kind of popular, so anybody can talk about her. So yeah.
Exactly. She's a free spirit. Let's put it that way. Yes. So in a candid interview with Variety Variety Fair, rising star Sydney Sweeney has sparked controversy by calling out the film industry's fake narrative of women empowering women. The 25 years old? Dang,
Yeah.
she's just young, man. The 25-year-old actress who recently starred in Immaculate accuses the industry of pushing a talking point for propaganda purposes. What?
No.
I know. Say it ain't so. Really?
Okay, I might have to start simping for her now. I like her. Damn, she
There you
seems to have a good brain.
Hollywood propaganda. This sounds like a conspiracy theory.
Well, imagine my shot.
You know, like, oh my God. Ledrod, however, Pratt is number one movie star that sells tickets with his name alone. Well, that's true. That's true. So
She's getting there. I mean,
she
sorta.
is.
Yeah.
No, she hangs out with people she grew up with. She produces half of the stuff she's in. Girl bets on herself and wins. There you go. She won't be out of work for a while. All right, well then there you go. See, I am officially a dirty old man now. Aren't we all? One way or another.
She's 20. She's an adult. She's in her 20s. That's fine. So we're not
exactly.
We're just human.
It's very disheartening, she says, to see a woman tear down another woman. Especially when women who are successful in other avenues of their industry see a younger talent working really hard, hoping to achieve whatever dreams that they may have, and then trying to bash them and discredit any work that they've done, Sweeney said. Yeah, because when it comes to, here's the thing, all right? The difference between men and women, and I'm just going to really, mainly talk about men, and we're just going to make an observation on women, okay?
Mhm.
So men, yeah, we'll shit talk you in the open. We will bash other dudes if we don't like you. We're very open about it. I
Yeah.
can name one in particular, but I won't, because I try to be a gentleman. That's all I'll say. The name that will not be mentioned. Watch, that ugly head will pop up probably in the chat later on anyway. And it just seems like, now it seems to
Totally
me
go where no men have gone before. Anyway. go ahead.
Exactly. So, however, it is an observation that women will shit talk another woman, excuse the language, but they'll shit talk another woman behind their back and spread rumors around and crap like that, right? And
can I give my 2 cents just quickly? Can I give my 2 cents?
Yeah, go ahead.
This is from my knowledge of knowing. I have best friends that are women, really good friends. And I'm going to say this for men and women. Men will shit talk each other face to face. Women are vicious. Women can be vicious, and that's the truth. And I love you, women. I do. I have some of my best friends, but even they admit, yeah, women, we're vicious. We'll talk about each other behind our backs. Like, women can be vicious and evil. It's like, what? Like, it's scary, and this is coming from female friends telling me this. So it's like,
yep. It's yeah. And you're right, man. Yeah. Women can be downright nasty. They can. They totally will.
A good example I'll quickly give. Like, remember in high school you get in fights and whatever, and one-on-one girls will gang up on another girl, and beat them up, like multiple. It's scary sometimes. Like,
totally.
They want to be. Yeah. But anyway.
And just because Joe's here, because I love Joe, yes, join him on Wednesday at the Sweeney Spot and some other stuff at State of the Atmosphere. And that's over at Joe's Atmosphere on YouTube. There you go.
Subscribe and share.
Your obligatory plug, Joe. Wendy, yeah, women are evil. I told my son that when he was a teen. Yeah. So, Wendy, I mean, if I got it wrong, Wendy, and also we got, Tina the Naughty Dragon, that's also here. And Alistair's Queen Emma, as
we're not
as we have
generalizing. We're not generalizing.
no,
The girls in this room seem awesome, and some of my best friends are women, 100%.
yeah,
and I love them with all my heart. But some of them can be. We're only saying we're not generalizing. We're just saying some can be very vicious, and it's scary.
Yeah.
It really is. You know?
I mean, if I got it wrong, then please correct me. I would rather be corrected than than just basically spouting out bull, essentially.
Yeah.
So, but the actress went on to say that the entire industry boasts about women empowering each other, but in reality, it's all a facade. No, really? Hollywood lying to us? That's impossible. She says none of it's happening. All of it is fake and a front to all the other shit that they say behind everyone's back. She stated, there you go. Kind of like what we said, they will.
Who's the one who claimed that she was the first in everything? What was her name again?
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, not
Jennifer
Mystique.
Lawrence or yeah.
Jennifer Lawrence, yeah.
But yet, let me see. We had Ripley, we had Sarah Connor, many other great characters that were female before her, and yet she didn't mention those. No, they didn't.
Linda Carter,
Wonder Woman, Linda Carter, exactly. So no, she wasn't first.
Exactly. Vince Womack, yep. Women lie to each other's faces and tear them apart behind their back. Men call each other names to their face, but got each other's back. That's true. In most cases. Yeah, Wendy, yeah, some are total bitches in this world that give us all a bad name. Pick a Kardashian. There we go. Yes.
Well said, Wendy.
Our bad man number 4, after 15 years of marriage, can rip a head off with a look. This is true. So 100%. Just about every single Hedy Lamarr character. Yeah, I agree with that too. Oh my God. But Sweeney also touched upon what she called a generation problem, where only one woman is believed to be capable of reaching the top. There's one woman, she says, who can get the man. There's one woman who can be, I don't know, anything, she said. So then all the others feel like they have to fight each other or take that one woman down instead of being like, let's all lift each other up. I'm still trying to figure it out. I'm just trying my best over here. Why am I getting attacked? Exactly.
Yeah.
You know what it is, Sydney? It's because unlike some of these other quote unquote women in Hollywood, how should I put it mildly? You're a babe. Here's the thing. Okay. Let's say you take most liberal women tend to be, how should I put it? Abrasive. Yeah, that's it. And most of them tend to be like downright batshit crazy. Again, excuse the language, but just facts, right? Most of them pretty much are, fairly uptight. Can't imagine why. But yes, there you go, Tina. Bowling shoe ugly. There you go. That's perfect. I couldn't have said it better myself. Yes, bowling shoe ugly. However, if you tend to take a look at, I don't know what it is. It's really weird. More conservative leaning, more right leaning, I suppose you could say. It's kind of weird to, without kind of sounding all political, right? She just seems more down to earth, wants to just have fun. Just have fun. And, and I know she, quote, uses her body, right? But at least, no, there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, if you're a good looking dude and you're landing a role, yeah, you got to use what the good Lord gave you. Right?
Dude, let's be honest. I mean, I'm a fan of his. Henry Cavill, the guy, we all want to be built like him, but
yes.
He knows it. He's like,
exactly, right? Yeah. It's like, okay, you take Henry Cavill, dude built like, like nothing, right?
Yeah.
Or you take that one guy that that plays Reacher. You're the one that's like super dude
Ian
built.
Nickerson or Ian or what? Not Ian Nickerson. What's his name? God.
Yeah, you know who I'm talking about, though, right?
Yeah, it's gonna drive me nuts.
You know, I mean,
But
you're gonna
built like a
use
monster.
exactly. You're gonna use what the good Lord made you, right? And there's nothing wrong with that.
Alan
Now,
Richardson.
Yes. But however, we take a look at, some women that end up doing that. Oh my God. Well, that, she's just acting kind of whorish. No, she's doing exactly the same thing that men do. It just happens to be that most men like to ogle at the shapeliness of a good looking woman.
And not just that, she has nice lips, nice eyes. I mean, I like her somewhere in the front, but whatever. She's still a very attractive woman and stuff. But
speak of the devil, and there we go. We got Rank or Steve. Yeah, Sydney.
You
Sweeney
would say that,
Steve,
but hey, she's more conservative, so we gotta, hey, it is what it is.
But
I'm
the
gonna
thing
say this
is,
right now. Let me just say this one point. And I'm not even saying some of the leftist ones are ugly, but their personalities make them ugly. That goes to show that personality can make somebody attractive. Because because she seems genuine, real. That makes her more attractive. You get these leftist ones. Some of them could be like a model, but they're ugly because of their attitude. 100%.
Exactly. 100%. 100%. And Madman number 4. Yeah, not listening now. Photo. I don't blame you. Real Weight Nation Gaming. How's it going, man? Nice to see you, dude.
Yes, I do, damn it. He's an ex-Canadian. Hey, he's a Trump supporter, and he actually got to even meet him and did a song with him. And Trump's
there you go. I mean, the thing is, right? Like men using their muscles maybe to get a part or to get noticed, like in Hollywood and stuff like that. So do women too. She just happens to be having fun with just whatever role she's been given, right? Like there was a commercial for, what was it, Man Squatch, or it was like some sort of soap for men or something like that. Those commercials, they are hilarious. Yeah, see, it's she's just having fun with whatever job she's been giving. Nothing wrong with that, right? But it
she
just
has great
seems like
legs. She looked good in that schoolgirl skirt and then it was like, wow, hey, I know
yes.
leg more. Like, yeah.
Do you think Ryan Reynolds got hired for his superior acting skills? Deadpool.
Well, it's comedy too, though. I'm sorry, Ryan is funny as heck. I love his comedy style, but I mean, he put himself in shape, so yeah.
Suddenly, a bunch of dudes jumped into the chat.
I know
it's true.
It's like just
it's so true. But the thing is, I mean, the one thing that attracts men is a woman that likes to have fun, a woman that's sure of herself, and that isn't a freaking nag. And let's just say, for the most part, to use the term loosely, not liberal, not uptight, not, where you're not walking on eggshells because you're afraid of saying
seriously.
Exactly, right? And that's the thing, right? And maybe more than likely, that's why a lot of women probably in Hollywood just don't like her, because some of those women are, well, left-leaning.
Yeah.
And a lot of people are getting sick and tired of the whole woke agenda, the whole leftist attitude in Hollywood. And here's one that's coming out and just having fun the way she is, right? So nothing wrong with that. No. But the comments come after USC professor Carol Baum, whose film credits include Dead Ringers and Father of the Bride, questioned Sweeney's looks and it girl status earlier this year. So Baum told New York Times film critic Janet Maslin that she couldn't understand Sydney Sweeney's popularity and referred to her movie Anyone But You as unwatchable. Now, again, I haven't seen this movie whatsoever. The only thing I'd known she's, that I've seen her in was Madam Web and, whatever, right? So to me, it's just a person acting.
Too, so yeah.
Yeah. So in response to Baum's comments, a representative for Sweeney said, "How sad that a woman in the position to share her expertise and experience chooses instead to attack another woman. If that's what she's learned in her decades in the industry and feels it's appropriate to teach her students, that's shameful. To unjustly disparage a fellow female producer speaks volumes about Mrs. Baum's character." Wow. And that's the weird thing.
Like, why didn't she praise her for doing good? Like, hey, no, we got to tear her down because I'm jealous. That's all.
Exactly. If it's supposed to be like, and this whole started with like this whole Me Too thing and believe all women kind of thing, and yada yada yada, right? Then this kind of thing shouldn't be happening whatsoever.
And I'm going to say this right now. No, abuse of women in general is sick and disgusting. 100%. And if it's done, it should be called out. 100%. Yes. But some people are doing it, and it's just like, you're a man, you're bad. No. Do you know most men are protectors? Most men would care for. But
yeah,
that movement was so pathetically badly done, and it just It
is. Rancor, you showed your boobs to a guy, he loses all blood to your head. This is true.
No, not me. I'm a booty guy, so hey. But anyway.
This is why I stare at my wife. Sydney Sweeney has a pretty mouth. Just saying.
Oh, she does. She has gorgeous lips. I like nice lips too. So yeah.
And Tina wouldn't kick her out of the bed for eating crackers. Well, more than likely a lot of men wouldn't either. So I kicked a woman out of my bed for eating crackers. Those were my crackers. Damn it.
Yeah, damn it. Don't skip it. What's wrong?
Vince Womack agreed. She's not the most beautiful in my opinion, but she is more attractive because she is joyful and fun, not uptight.
Not
uptighted. Yeah, not uptighted. Yeah, and that's what I was saying to someone. I mean, she's not. You know what, like what guys do. Oh, she's a 10 or something like that, right? No, she's not like a 10.
No, she's not. Not in the face. No, I mean, I'm not saying she's beautiful, but no, not my cup of tea.
She's not the most beautiful woman in the world. She's not Lady Godiva. She's not, I don't know, Cleopatra or whatever, right? It doesn't matter. It's the attitude, right?
Yes,
that
100%.
That makes her a 10. Now, of course, I don't know her personally. I mean, obviously, none of us do, and but all I'm going to say is that actions speak louder than words. And, if she seems to have an overall good attitude towards a lot of things and stuff like that, and is, just having fun with what she's doing, well, then that's more of a positive attitude. If she's not like taking to Twitter like some actors and actresses, talking about stupid political points that they know nothing about, fine. I don't need to know that kind of stuff. If you're just out there having fun, that's all that matters.
A good example, I'm going to put this. I mean, I'm in the industry now, I guess, sort of in the film industry. If I get into it, blah, 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 I did the film festival this weekend. I'm a guy. I'm not jealous. Am I jealous of Henry Cavill? Look like him, Zav, all this. Yeah, but am I glad for him? Damn straight I am. He's awesome.
Yes.
I'm a fan of his. I'm not going to go, damn you and you. Shit, no. I'm going to be a fan. Good on him for doing what he can and taking advantage of what he's got. Like,
exactly. Yeah, and our man number 4 has it right. One of the most attractive things about a woman is being open and friendly. If they get angry, hateful, spiteful. Exactly.
100%. I'll give a quick example. I used to like this girl. She was shorter, and people thought she was nuts. And I'm not going to name names, whatever. But she wasn't the most beautiful. But I thought she was beautiful because I liked the personality. She had a great personality. I was so attracted to her. And nothing happened, of course, but she was a friend. But still, like, to me, a personality can make a massive difference on who they are as a person and how beautiful they can be to the individual.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You catch more flies with honey than you do vinegar.
A nice booty doesn't hurt, but hey,
Well, that's true. That's just a bonus. So sometime later, Sydney Sweeney shared a subtle response on her Instagram account with a suggestive photo in a sweatshirt that read, "Sorry for having great tits."
She don't give a crap. That's what I like. See, she
That's-
just don't give.
That's hilarious.
That actually is awesome.
Oh man, I should get my wife a sweatshirt like that. Oh jeez, that's hilarious. See, that's a joke. It's like using what the good Lord up above gave you, and just having fun with it.
Yeah,
right?
It's life. It's a joke. It's humor. But I bet you, I guarantee a bunch of blue-haired women were like,
no need to apologize and thank you. Oh my God. And Ledrod, women's who don't got it hate because they never have it. That's true. Yeah. Yeah. And Wendy Trumbo, that is hilarious. It is hilarious, isn't it though?
Yes.
Yeah. If I was, I mean, hey, great that I'm like, 6'1", but if I hadn't, ripping abs, if I had a six pack and stuff like that, I'd get like this, I would get a tight ass t-shirt that said something similar, like, sorry for having great abs, just,
or I'm going to be bold enough.
Being a goof with it.
I'm not a massive man, but I'd like to have a shirt someday. Hey, I'm happy to be well endowed. No, I'm not.
There you go.
And it's like, whatever, it's called
have
humor.
Have the arrow pointing down. That's right.
Yes, exactly.
Instead, I'm going to have to
I do have a shirt. It says the man, the arrow points up, and there's an arrow that points down, says the legend. I mean, I have that shirt. I actually have it. I have it.
See, it's just innocent humor. And that's what some people just cannot wrap their heads around. That's the thing, right?
Yes.
I mean, instead, I'm just going to have to get a t-shirt that says, sorry for having a great beer gut. That's pretty much it. It's the truth, but it's still funny, And yeah, I mean, the shirt is, that shirt is classic. Yeah, there you go for Tom. But, and this is the thing. This is the thing that just rubs people the wrong way because there's no joy in their life.
No,
it's as simple as that.
Life, they're not happy, and they got to work on themselves. I've learned that myself. You got to work on yourself, people. Work on yourself.
You do,
and then you'll be happier on the outside. Make yourself happy. Don't worry about the outside world around you. That's not going to change for you. The world doesn't cater to you. You got to cater to it, and then that's making yourself happy and making yourself better. And that's about it.
Yeah. And so the recent exchange between Sweeney and Bohm has ignited a conversation about the true nature of women's empowerment in Hollywood and the challenges young actresses face in the industry. Yes, I bet. So you know what? And I would not be surprised if she ends up actually champions women's rights actually in Hollywood. Or she becomes a great advocate for helping other women actually make it in Hollywood. And it turns out to be something positive.
Well, exactly. Is there problems in Hollywood? Yes, there is. There's sick stuff that goes on.
Oh, yeah.
We know it is. And there's people that do take advantage of women. The casting calls out. It's disgusting. These people should be put away for doing stuff like that, because there's brilliant female actresses out there that have done amazing jobs, and it's been done and they got the roles on their merits. But there's still some sickos out there. Yes, she should call, but that's the kind of woman I'd want championing that leadership because she's relaxed, she understands it, and she's actually got a level head. She's the kind of person you want championing something like that, not these fake ones that would hate on somebody because of their looks. Well, then isn't that against? She's still a woman, aren't you still for her? Well, no, you're
that's
not.
Right.
You're fake then. So no.
See, and here's the other thing too. Well, first of all, Lenrod says the joyless people who refuse to introspection, that would require admitting they're wrong about something. That's right.
Yes,
exactly. Because most of these narcissists just cannot admit when they're wrong about something, and it's funny, but it's also sad because they're constantly proven wrong, right?
Yeah.
And here's the weird thing. Because most of us obviously know that within Hollywood, now this might come as a shock to some people, but it seems like, there's a lot of divorces in Hollywood, as often as they change their underwear, pretty much. Now, I know that might come as a shock, but because more than likely one of the two in the marriage, and I'm not saying, it's the woman's fault, and I'm not saying it's the guy's fault, but it just seems like, I don't know. There's a lack of joy. There's a lack of happiness. There's, it's most of these people that end up just, picking on other people, complaining about other people, while they essentially fake their way, playing pretend through Hollywood. Most of these other people that seem to be, just having fun with what they're doing, not losing that joy that they have in their life with whatever it is that they're doing, seem to have more of a long-term marriage than anything else.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't be surprised if some level-headed guy snatches her up and they end up married for the rest of their life.
Well, somebody said in the chat, she is engaged right now. So good on her. More power to
See?
her. And
There you go.
Too. Like, seriously. So
and okay, guys, I have a meeting to go to. Have a great day. Wendy, you have an awesome time today. Yeah. And at least you won't have to sleep through the show. There you go. So don't make them all cry to Wendy. Yes. But no, it wouldn't surprise me if she ends up engaged, they end up in a long marriage, and they have probably 3 to 4 kids or something like that. So, and if that's the case, good on them.
Exactly.
So, but hopefully she lands a bunch of more roles, and she just has fun with what she's doing. So
if she lands more roles, that shows that Hollywood is smartening up, not just
Exactly.
hiring the BS mouthpieces, or mouth breathers, as I'll call them. Actual people that want to do this.
And it's extremely brave of her to point this out that's going on in Hollywood. Sure, Hollywood says one thing, but in actuality, they couldn't give a rat's ass about women. And it's more of the women that are doing more of the damage than the men.
Look at certain Brie girl. We won't say her full name. We know who we're talking about. She's made the women movements look pathetic because she hates on men, and then still that one scene. I hate that one scene. You know what I'm talking about? Meeting up the biker, and the guy says, "You should smile more." It was a simple comment, but she steals him, beats him up, and steals his bike. I'm like, well, that's a villain story. What?
Yeah,
that scene still this day makes it like she's a villain, but whatever. Anyway,
I know it's so dumb. I mean, you got. So let's put it this way, okay? Would you rather have a woman that likes to have fun, right? And it looks to, let's put it this way. Okay. Sydney Sweeney, she likes to have fun. She seems very level-headed, and and she is exposing a lot of this hypocrisy that's going on. Okay. Aside from looks and all that kind of stuff, or would you rather be dating somebody like Rachel Zegler? Like
her name's coming back. She's getting on shit on crap.
Oh yeah.
Again. Yeah.
Weird. That's just bitching and complaining about, for example, how Prince Charming in Snow White, was just, it's all outdated and really creepy. And it's like, you'd be afraid to touch a woman like that then.
I wouldn't even look their way. I just walking.
But I mean, it's like crap. If I date a woman that acts like that, it's like what was it a few years ago? One guy that I think she was like dating. He was dating a woman or something like that. There was a party, and they ended up sleeping together, and consensual. But the woman, cried rape anyway. It's like you would be deathly afraid, or you should be at least deathly afraid to be dating a woman like that, because you don't know, like on the dime, they're gonna snap, right?
100%. I've been single for years. I'm scared to talk to women now, and a lot of these women, some women are like, "Where are all the men?" Well, there's a certain brand of them that scared us off because you look at somebody and you're considered a creep, you're considered that. I just don't bother with anybody anymore because it's just too scary. You know,
Yeah.
that movement scared us. And there's a lot of us guys, young and old, that are, no thanks. I don't want to deal with it.
That's right.
So,
We don't want to be dating the bed shitter. So kind of person. And you know who I mean, and
and just the wrong words can ruin a guy's life. Seriously, people realize how much that would crush a man's life. Oh, you did this, you did that, but even if you didn't, you're ruined for life. You just So
you would be, unless you're on the top, or unless you're one of the top 1% of hot guys, you could never date a woman like that anyway. Well, yeah, you got a point there. So I'm a total creep. I have zero experience, so I come off as creepy. Okay. Jump in the pool, dude. You're gonna have to swim sometime. You can do it, man. I believe in you. So that's the little news about Sydney Sweeney. So
I have more respect for her now. I didn't know much about her. Like I said, I'm sure she's hot. She was hot in schoolgirl, but I was like, yeah, okay, good. But that's it.
Yeah.
I didn't know much about her. Now I was like, oh, I actually have respect for her now. She seems to stand up for the common sense and what's right. Good on her. So I don't know.
It's too dangerous to swim. Sharks are everywhere.
It actually is. Like I said, I gave up, and most men have given up now. We just don't want the hassle because one wrong word, your life is ruined. It's like it's not worth it anymore. It's like I'd rather just do my own thing, become a success, and make money. Just
that's true. Yeah, a lifeguard was accused of SA for pulling a drowning land whale out of the pool and giving her CPR. Yeah, I remember that. I remember that.
She's like, he did it without my consent. Well, you would have died, you idiot.
Yes.
He brought you to life, you moron.
You were unconscious, you...
She's a moron.
Anyway.
I remember watching that interview. And it's like, what a moron. Like, no, he saved your life. He didn't do it to abuse your...
No. But anyway, see, now we're at the top of the hour. A little segment that we haven't done in a while because things have just been here and there and everywhere. But we got the little segment that comes back and making a comeback thanks to Rank or Receive. So here is your weekly thought from the throne from Rank or Receive.
I love that.
It's been scientifically proven if a guy owns a truck, he's very masculine. He grows big balls, like just big kahunas, like Donald Trump. Women will start digging him because he can help and do all these things that most people can't do. He becomes very like the alpha male. It's also been scientifically proven if you drive a Prius, you're gay.
Oh, man.
I love that.
Yeah, there you go.
Steve's hate on Priuses.
I know. It's only because he's having fun right now in his brand new truck. So
Yeah.
Toyota Tundra. There you go. And oh God, now he does it in his car. He does. Yeah. It's awfully messy though. So you know what I'm
pooping in your seat, Steve. Stop it now.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. It's like, haha. Oh wait, I don't own a truck. Don't feel bad. Neither do I. I got a 22-year-old SUV, so Lenrod, it's okay. Don't worry about it.
I don't drive Lenrod, so hey, there you go. I take a bus. Yay!
I don't know. More and more, I'm actually getting a little bit more convinced. Like before, I would never drive a truck, right? But I'm becoming a little bit more convinced, probably because most of the kids are out of the house, so to speak. I think I might want a truck one day. I don't know. It's really weird. So I drive a tiny Fiesta. Well, at least it's not a Prius. There you go.
With gas prices, I'd be scared of having a truck right now.
Actually, yeah, you got a point there.
Yeah.
So,
and everything's going up again too. Gas, I guess, is going up here soon again in Canada. Yay!
Yay! Yeah. Higher prices. What I wanted for Christmas.
I know.
Fucking Trudeau. Anyway.
Hey, New Brunswick has a liberal government now, and our taxes are going up on power again soon.
Oh, yay! Time to build an igloo, because what the hell's the point at this point? You know, that, or at least hopefully with Black Friday coming up, you can buy hopefully a crap ton of blankets that hopefully might be on sale and save on heating costs that way.
Exactly.
Yay. Okay, so see that we got that. So we got this. Okay, so next article. So seeing how last week brought out the worst in stars. That's the only way I can phrase it. But it also did bring out the best of some stars, and Zachary Levi from Chuck. I'm not going to name Shazam because the second Shazam movie was not all that great. First one, I actually
hate them. I thought he did a good job. I just like the character. I think he did the character well.
I like the first one. Second one, it could have been better. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah, I agree. But he did a good job with the character, though. I think he did really good, though.
But I totally love Chuck. I love that series. It is a fun, awesome series. If you haven't checked out Chuck, wow, that's a tongue twister almost. Then you want to check out Chuck. So anyway, but Zachary Levi, he's launching Wyldwood Productions to champion original stories over Hollywood reboots. This is pretty different. So, because it just seems like more and more, because, you know, we've been hearing stories of, you know, this producer and that producer, certain actors that are leaving Hollywood, you know, because it's just become so, you know, vapid as an industry. Zachary Levi, self-confirmed nerd and total 100% geek, is launching his own production studio, which is actually pretty cool. So, yeah. And I thought, yeah, you know what? I've always liked Zachary Levi. So, and you know what? With his level of goofiness, and geekiness and nerdiness, I'm liking this more and more. I'd love to see what he's going to come up with. So what's going on? Zachary Levi is planning on launching his own production company, Wyldwood Productions, with plans to eventually expand into Wyldwood Studios. He recently took to social media to criticize Hollywood's trend of rebooting and recycling old content rather than exploring new and original ideas.
You don't say.
Really? I don't know. I want to see another reboot of
Jurassic World. There's more coming out still.
Yeah. Oh God, yeah. Jurassic World, or what was another one? That came out, I think, last year. Taika Waititi doing a reboot of Star Wars. I mean, how many times can you do like Aliens or Predator or?
Dude, they rebooted Time Bandits and totally shamed it. What the?
Yes. Yeah, exactly. Right. Yeah. Oh my God. Like how many? What was it? What was the one Schwarzenegger movie? You know, where he's on Mars. Total Recall.
Oh,
And then a few years ago, they did another Total Recall movie, but it was like, you know, almost somewhat kind of completely different. It was like totally stupid. It was like worse in every humanly way possible.
No, it was garbage. I hated it.
Yeah.
I tried to watch it. I did it, but I'm like, no thanks.
No, I can't. Curiosity beckons me to watch it, but I know it's going to be like legitimate crap, so I'm not even going to bother. So
now, on the side note, we bring up The Crow. I know Jason would agree with me on this if he was listening.
Right.
Now, that wasn't a remake of the film. That was a reboot, a new telling of the graphic novel. That's
right.
Confused on that one. That was not based after the Brandon Lee film. That was based off a different version telling of the graphic novel, and that's the difference between that and that. So that was different. But no, remakes of other films, I'm just tired of it. It's just lazy. It's lazy writing. You know?
It is.
Yeah,
100%. I mean, I would rather watch, because a remake never, or reboot, it always pales in comparison to the original, at least for me.
Oh yeah,
nothing beats it. Ledrod, yeah, the indie studios is where it's at these days. It's 100% true. Nick Cage has been knocking it out of the park with those indie studios in recent years. That's true. Yes, and I agree with Finity. Yeah, lazy writing ain't real writing. That's true. That is so 100% true. All you're doing is just taking the plot of a previous movie, and you're just switching up the lines a little bit. That's all you're doing. You're just copying the same movie. You just make a new dialogue, somewhat. That's right. Yeah, and Blade Runner, and Alien, and Ghostbusters, and Highlander, and yeah, precisely 100%. I agree. So.
Oh wait. Oh wait, sorry. First off, I love that icon. That's a good follow thing. But two, Blade Runner wasn't a retelling. It's actually a continuation of the story.
That's true too. Yeah. If anybody doesn't love my forthcoming comic, hey, at least I tried something original. No, that's true. I mean, that's the point, right? Of trying something original. If it sticks to the wall, great. If it doesn't, at least you tried, right? And there's nothing wrong with trying. And Jason, how's it going, dude?
Hey, I'm sorry for being late and gay.
Nice.
We were just talking about you, actually, because we were mentioning The Crow and how it wasn't a retelling of the original movie, but a different telling of the comic book.
Yes.
So.
Yes, it was a good telling of the comic, and it also took a lot of things from the comic. And the funny thing, a lot of people are complaining about those parts that's actually from the comic. And I'm just like, that's from the comic, and you're complaining about those parts. It's actually from the comics.
And that's why we're talking about remakes, and that wasn't a remake of the movie. That's why I say that's different from the other ones.
It was an adaptation of the comic.
Yes, exactly.
And I'm also sorry that you're late, because we covered Sydney Sweeney.
It's no Jenna, so it's fine.
Well, yeah, I guess. But Levi responded to fans' questions on X, formerly Twitter, about the industry's reliance on familiar intellectual property instead of taking risks with fresh material, especially in genres like sci-fi and fantasy. So just to catch Jason up, Zachary Levi, of Shazam and Chuck and
I've read through it a little.
Yeah, he's launching his own Wyldwood Productions. So
yeah, and I think that's a great, I think that's a great idea. Especially with how Hollywood has been through the recent years.
Yeah.
The reason I know a little bit about the article, because we were gonna talk about the same article yesterday, but we had some problems with stupid StreamYard disconnecting. A lot of people apparently had that problem lately.
But one thing I'll say, like, there are some studios that are taking chances, but not many. Like, me and Papa talked about this show he watches too on Apple TV, Silo. That was it's a very loose. It's not loosely based after the Fallout universe, but before the Fallout TV series, it's similar to the game. Is you're underground because the world has been attacked, and you're scared to go out in the public, and just like people were in the vaults. And it's a really good original series. And what was it? Jason, you might be able to help me with this. The guy who played the Ragnar in what other sci-fi series was he in? What was the name of that?
It was something with wolves.
Yeah, it was amazing.
Yeah.
I loved it. It was so original.
It was really good.
I liked it, but they canceled
and
it.
now he's coming back to doing the Dune prequel TV show of sci-fi.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
And hey, your Muslim uncle, why would you cover all that beauty? Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah,
I could say something really dirty right there, but anyway.
But either way, I think this is a great idea, and also, again, how Hollywood has been doing for years, and he is not on the nice list anymore in Hollywood either, because he voted for the wrong president and all that kind of stuff in their view.
This is why you shut up. And you don't say who you support or whatever. You know what? Remember, like back in the day, it was like a private thing that you wouldn't mention about who you voted for. The things you don't talk about, religion and politics. Right? 100%. And now you know why, because it causes so many rifts. You don't Hollywood, for the love of God, nobody gives two craps about who you support, who you vote for. Just do your little dance, you stupid monkeys, and just perform and dance for the little shiny coin that you're after. That's all we care about. Yes, thank you, Vince. It was Raised by Wolves.
Raised by Wolves.
Yes,
and
great
also,
show.
and
Really
also one of the
enjoyed it.
reasons he came out and talked about it, because he was fed up with how Hollywood are.
Yes.
And it's all about politics, all about this. So he had to stand down and just stand with his feet and just like, I'm done with this. I'm gonna tell the truth, how it is, and how I view this. And he also said there are more people in Hollywood who supports Donald Trump, who did vote for Donald Trump, but they're not talking about it, and they are afraid to talk about it because they know the risk of saying anything. And
like, why would you want to live in an atmosphere like that where you're basically fearing for your job?
You have to live in fear, because the thing is that
what kind of safe environment is that to work in? It's not.
So, as fast as we say a producer or we say Kathleen Kennedy or someone in Disney, Disney Star Wars or Marvel, whatever, and they find out, oh, this actor right here voted for Trump. Okay. Oh, he's going to go on the naughty list. That's going to come out. They're going to cancel the guy. They're not going to like that he voted. Or they're going to try to pay him out to give out, say that he regrets it. I regret. They're going to try to do something. So a lot of actors have to live like this all the time. Even comic book creators. There are a lot of people because they don't want to lose their job, because this is their income to live and provide for family. But it's not a safe environment to live like that all the time. I remember when I used to work for other YouTubers here in Norway about creating videos and stuff like that. When I worked with that, that's how I had to be a lot too, because if they found out who I support and how my political views are, I'm gonna get fired. I know that feeling a lot, because that's how a lot of stuff is run now. And yes, with them, I didn't talk about politics, but on my social media, that's my social media. I can post whatever the fuck I want. It's my social media, nothing to do with my work. Just private, normal stuff that I post. But if they see that, okay, then I know I'm kind of screwed. So I had to live in secret, really, in that kind of sense, right?
Yeah.
And it's not a good environment. It's like, it's toxic, if you're in a toxic relationship, basically, that's how it is.
Yep.
And
now, ex-user Heroes Guild Publications tweeted in response to Levi's announcing the formation of his own company, which says, Zachary Levi, what are your thoughts on movies, TV shows, constantly regurgitating old material versus taking the risk of something new? With the company you are building, will you be forging ahead into more new material, particularly anything in the sci-fi fantasy direction? I mean, well, yeah, good question, because
I would love to get more sci-fi and fantasy direction, like more original stuff from those universes and more new stuff.
Look,
and Zachary, you have 3 people here. Hire us. We can create a lot of good stories. Hi.
Exactly.
Jason is. I am. Yeah. And
there we go.
Graphics. So there, all 3 of us.
Graphic designer for hire. Yes, we got a musician, we got a photographer, a filmmaker, and a graphic designer. So there you go. What more of a team do you need? No, because I mean, do we really honestly need another reboot of, I don't know, Quantum Leap or MacGyver or or
I know,
Hawaii 5-0?
Wait, hold, don't roll it back there. There was a reboot for Quantum Leap?
Yeah.
Oh no. I love
serious.
That. Oh no.
Yes.
I'm glad I didn't know
there was. It came out a couple of years ago, and and of course one of the characters just happens to be, I don't know, what was it, like gay or trans or whatever it was, and yes, and it had to be mentioned in the first episode. It's like, really? Do you really need to throw that out there? It was just so dumb, right? No, I don't want to.
Years ago, yeah,
I know, right? I would rather.
Why do that have to be such a big part of the story? Like, why do you have to mention that they are trans or whatever? It's like, okay, if they are trans, I don't care. Is the character good? Does it provide to the story or anything?
No,
you don't need. You don't need to mention the sexuality or.
That's right. With an Asian guy in the lead role and a female AI. Yes, of course. Yeah, because you have to have that, right?
A good example. I'll bring this a good example where it wasn't mentioned. Anybody ever watch the show? Good sci-fi show, Sense8. Anybody ever watch that here?
Yeah.
I watched a little bit of it.
Well, Jamie, she's a trans act. She never brought anything about his. There wasn't really a thing talking about a character, but she was trans. She's trans real life. She played the character. It wasn't brought up because it wasn't part of the story, and
yes,
it was an amazing series. I love that. It actually got canceled, which sucked. But it's like, yes, no. See, that's the way you do it. You don't need to make it the part of the story. You can have that character there, sure. Boom, but it's not like you don't sit there.
And Jamie also did the new Hellraiser movie.
Oh, I love her not because
she was Pinhead in that movie, and to other people out there, Pinhead is originally a woman, originally in the books. It's just a movie that created it to a man. And originally it's not called Pinhead; it's actually called the Priest. That was also the original name. The creator of Hellraiser hated that they had to name it Pinhead. He hated it.
I think when Bradley gave her the go-to too. He was proud of her.
The movie isn't the most amazing movie ever. It's okay for what it is, but again, she got casted as the priest Pinhead. She didn't do a terrible job or anything, and they didn't bring up anything that she was trans or anything. It was just okay. She's just a bad guy, the bad character, the evil entity.
She's not one of these loudmouths and stuff that has to push agendas. She's just a good actress. I like her work, so. Yeah.
No, but the thing is, it's like, we gotta, what was a really great show from like, I don't know, the 70s or the 80s or the 90s or something like that. And it's like they just, I don't know, pull one off the shelf. It's like, hey, this got really good ratings back in the day. Maybe we can just, adapt it to today's society and culture. It doesn't work. It just doesn't, right? You can't make it viable for modern audiences because it loses that certain type of, for lack of a better term, cinematic magic.
Well, not just that. A lot of those shows are time period sensitive. They're about the time period. Times are different now. So they're not going to fit in with the modern times.
Right. Plus, on top of that, most of these writers, pretty much almost all of these writers here's the thing. And this is why Hollywood fails dramatically, right? It's because they hire all these fresh new writers that have hardly done anything in their lives whatsoever. They absolutely have no life experience. Exactly.
And a lot of them are lazy. They don't do research either. They don't do research on what they're working either.
That's right.
And not just that, they also have agendas a lot of times too.
Yes. I want a grizzly old writer that's probably in their 60s that could write me up a freaking novel in about 4 hours. That's the kind of writer that I want. Somebody that has had life experiences.
Like Mike Barron and Chuck Dixon. That's how they work,
Yes.
They get stories in their head like this, they can create whatever. It's just like, damn, I have a story already.
But all you do is you get these stupid writers that end up, hey, you know what? My mom and dad, when I was young, they were watching a show called, what was it again? I don't know. Knight Rider, something about a car that can even drive itself. And or something dumb like that, right? Can you imagine if they made A-Team nowadays?
It would be something.
God, especially what they let into the U.S. military. That not picking on the U.S., but I'm kind of picking on the U.S., especially since Clown Man himself, like Biden's been in office.
It would be the Q team.
Exactly.
Queer.
The queer team.
Yeah.
These are their missions to boldly go where no queer has gone before. Right? I don't know, like. I can't think of anything right now, but I mean, it's like what you would have ended up, with maybe, I don't know, a cross-dresser, a tranny, I don't know, like some 100-pound, like soaking wet, I don't know, like woman that, I don't know, can handle a bazooka like it's nothing. And, you got to get your, and just happens to be like maybe transabled and black or something like that. That's how they would write it nowadays. It doesn't
when they're
work.
Done with the missions, they have their floaties.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. It's gonna be fabulous. Oh my God! Let's just sit down with the margaritas.
Stop it now! You're giving them ideas. No,
I know. So, but anyway, back to Zachary Levi. So he responded, one of my biggest gripes in the current state of my industry, when the people in power desperately lack creative vision and the courage to back it up. we fall into what we're seeing now, responded Levi. It's all completely fear-based. They don't know exactly what a good project is, and they don't know what audiences want. So they feverishly dig up old IPs, see, exactly like what I said, hoping that since there used to be an audience for it, at least some of that former audience will come back to watch it. It's insulting to both great creative talent and the public. And that's 100% true, right? Because it's really first of all, yeah, it's really weird. I have a story outline I've written a long time ago that would continue Quantum Leap and stick to established lore. See, at least you give a damn about what came before, and it had a female lead. Everything you needed for a continuation was right there in the show. There,
that goes back to the previous article. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah,
go ahead.
All the wealth of human knowledge in the palms of their hands, but they have no idea how to ask the question and are discouraged from doing so. Exactly.
Like I said, we'll go back to the previous article. Sydney Sweeney standing up for women, like, and with a good Jason, I don't know if you've seen that part. Sydney Sweeney actually is against all this stuff, and
I know, I've seen it. Yeah,
I was like, wow, I have new respect for her now. But
I have a lot of respect for her, and also, like I wanted to say, with certain shows, you can continue. You can continue them in a good way as long as you are, smart and you know what to do with the proper story, and stick like Vince said, with the established story, etc. And if you are gonna do a remake of an old movie that's like super old and stuff like that, you have to respect the old movie. You have to respect the old source and all this kind of stuff. You have to, even if it's a remake, you have to do something unique and different with it at the same time, and do something. Not just try to make it to whatever agenda, or you get what I mean. So
no, exactly.
And I think I'm gonna say it like this. I think once in a while a remake is fine, but I don't want to see it all the time. Once in a while, I can be okay with it if it's well done. But I want to see more original shows with new IPs, new names, and all this kind of stuff.
Like I said,
Vince says, "LA BA turns out it doesn't like flying because because they don't fit the normal seat and always needs a seatbelt extender." Oh yeah. See, if they did that, if they replace
in a wheelchair and everything,
that's right. Or they'd replace Mr. T with like Lizzo. That's what they would do.
Shoot, pity the fool who eats my hamburger.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
I like that.
I'm gonna eat hamburger and kick some ass.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I see, and that's the thing. I mean, here is a guy that's obviously, Zachary Levi, obviously on the inside, but he's right. They're hoping that you, the audience, all of you guys that happen to be in the chat right now, or any of you guys that happen to be watching this on the rewind, and if you happen to be watching this on the rewind, or if you're in the chat right now, please hit the subscribe button and the notification bell and subscribe, because it really helps this channel out. And
share it to other people that that might like this entertainment as well. So
exactly, that's right. So chill. There we go. That's the way I like to do it. But anyway, but he's right. They're hoping that you guys in the chat, whether you're watching it on the rewind or not, that that they're hoping that let's do a remake of I don't know, let's say The Fall Guy, right? Heather Locklear.
I've yet to see that remake of the movie. I haven't seen that.
Lee Majors. No, I haven't either. So, and I don't think I want. I kind of want to, but I kind of don't want to, in a way, right? Because I enjoyed the show so much when I was a kid, right? It was a fun show, right? Lee Majors, Heather. Sorry, not Heather Locklear. Heather Thomas. That's what it was. And she was like one of my crushes when I was a kid. I'm not gonna lie. But I mean, if they
are you afraid the movie's not can enough for you?
Maybe. So, but I mean, they hope to put a show that, hopefully maybe in passing as a kid that you kind of used to watch with your folks or something like that. Oh, let's remake this one. We'll get the audience that was young then that hopefully did watch this show to watch now, and then change it all up, right? That we're to the point where it's like unrecognizable. kind of like what they did with Quantum Leap, kind of like what they tried to do like years ago with Bionic Woman, because that only lasted like one season, like way back when. Kind of like what they tried to do with MacGyver. I could only get like through a few episodes of that new MacGyver.
The young MacGyver, the young version, right?
Yeah. And I'm like, this is nothing like MacGyver. This is just a guy that knows how to do stuff. Yeah, that's about it. I don't know. I know it got a few seasons, but I'm kind of amazed that it actually got that many seasons. Or Magnum PI. And Magnum PI isn't even like Magnum PI.
I didn't even give that 2 seconds of a watch because I love Magnum PI growing up.
What I want to say about the new MacGyver show is that it had a couple of episodes that were interesting, but it didn't. When you watch a lot of it, it does not really feel like MacGyver at all. It feels like a completely different shows. But it was a couple episodes. I was like, okay, I could actually see this in the MacGyver universe. But
yeah,
just because of a few episodes can be decent doesn't mean it's good. No,
exactly. And like I said, yeah, I made it through a few of those episodes, and I mean they weren't terrible, but
there was something off about the writing and story.
Yeah.
In a way.
But again, you could have just created something original and done just as good, But
exactly. But it goes on. Levi continued with the notion that current industry leaders lack the courage and creative vision necessary to foster original projects, resulting in heavy reliance on old intellectual property. Oh, Levi, how right you are. He says, we need people in leadership who are capable of recognizing true talent and creativity when they see it, then know how to support it when they do, said Levi. Hollywood used to have a lot of leaders like this, but then umbrella corporations started buying up all the studios and networks in China and replacing them with visionary leaders with what we have today. It's absolutely true.
And that's what I like about Levi here is that he's talking from the heart and experience. He's been, in Hollywood and all this, for many, many goddamn years. And he's been fucked over multiple times. Just look at his Shazam movies, the original Captain Marvel. He got fucked over by those movies too because they didn't do really well and all that kind of stuff too. And other stuff that he's done, he's not like been in the spotlight for a long time either because he's been pushed so much aside.
Yeah.
And one thing that was fun is that a lot of people think that he's Jewish, but he's not because he looks Jewish, but he's not Jewish. And he, when he played Chuck, that was a Jewish character and stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
And he even lost roles back in the day because he didn't.
He did.
He was. Yeah. So it was a lot of stuff like that, and he's not had a simple life in Hollywood in that kind of sense, and I'm happy that he put his foot down and just came out and talked about the truth about Hollywood. It's just like, no, I'm done with this environment. I'm done with these people. All of them are just thinking about politics. Well, I guess I can talk about it too then because I'm done. I'm done, being pushed aside and all this kind of stuff.
Exactly.
Now I will tell my side of the story as an actor who's been in this environment in Hollywood for years. I want to tell them how I'm going to tell the world how this is working and what they're doing, and the truth needs to come out. And that's why I really
100%.
appreciate what he's doing right here. And
Exactly.
even though he knew this will hurt his career as an actor and stuff, but he was just like, fuck it. The truth is more important than acting. The truth is more important.
Why does it matter what his religion would be or who he politically follows? So what if he was, which he's not Jewish, what if he was? If as long as he still does a good role, that's all that matters. Your political or your religious doesn't matter in Hollywood. How you portray a character.
But all they care about now is 90% just politics and all the agendas into their work. 90%
religion,
of
politics. Like, no, it doesn't mean
we do get stuff here and there sometimes that are decent or good. We at least, but most stuff we get most of the time they are gonna push some stupid thing in it just because. For example, look what happened now. We're getting season 2 of One Piece, right?
And
the guy who came out and suddenly said, "Oh, the character is based on Trump and all that kind of stuff." And like, no, the character, the fun thing is that the place and the character, it's based from Canada. Oda, the guy who created One Piece, said it himself many years ago. It's based on Canada. It's it's not based on Trump, but they always gonna, since he won the election, just FYI, so people know, he won. That writer had to come out and just, nope, he's based on Trump, and this is how it is.
Yep.
And it's just like, stop it. Just stop.
I just like the fact that Canada's getting representation. So
yeah. But again, just stop doing that, because that's all in their head. They always think about this. Why can't you think about making a story? Can you just think about writing and write a story and try to make
because most of them are morally vapid creatures that just don't care, right?
And when he said that, you're tanking season 2 for this show. You're trying to tank this show.
Exactly.
Okay, Vince, where did you find that? I've always had a crush on Sandra.
Yeah. Speaking of Bionic Woman, I recently found test footage of a remake of that show with Sandra Bullock as Jamie Summers. That's interesting.
I would watch that. I love Sandra. I'm totally crushed.
Yeah, that's
there. I will send for somebody who would be Sandra besides Grimes. Like, I've always liked Sandra Bullock. She's just
yeah. I mean, she ain't a bad looking woman,
And I like her
Jamie
stuff. She
Summers,
does good comedy. She's good stuff. She's done action. She does a little bit of everything. So
yeah. I don't know, but would she fit as Jamie Summers? I don't know.
I'd like to see it now, though. It'd be something to check out anyway. But
yeah.
It's like, but the remake, if it's done with respect and honor, okay, give it a chance. But then some of them are just cash grabs. Let's be honest.
I don't know. I kind of like Michelle Ryan as the Bionic Woman back. Oh God, when did that one come out? I'm trying. Oh, 2007. That's what it was. Yeah, about 2007.
I guess that was a while ago. But I mean, in 2009, for example, this was a remake, and I'm gonna just use this as an example. We had, Friday the 13th, the remake,
right?
And it was good. It was good for what it was, because once again, what they did, they respected the source material and everything that came before, and they added upon the story, did something different with it, made Jason a little bit more human, and a lot of people like that part. It's like, okay, it's a little bit more human in how he is now. It makes more sense to the original movies because he was a little more human. But again, they respect the source material and also did some rechanges here and there for the audience, but still kept it the way it was supposed to be from the old movies, and using, still practical effects and kept it to the blueprints. So you can't do that if you just know and you're independent and smart as a writer and creator. Then you can do it fine.
But Ledrod says making an original story would require the ability to have independent thought. These people are just pawns, and pawns don't have free will, only marching orders. 100% true. Totally 100% true, dude. I totally cannot argue with you on that. Now, while Levi doesn't rule out reboots entirely, he clarified that his vision for Wyldwood Studios is to create, find, and promote original ideas in ways that Hollywood has largely abandoned.
And what's so great about this too, he can find so many independent creators out there that can create a lot of stories, and people that nobody's heard about, and probably people that have tried to come to Hollywood with stories and other stuff, right?
Yeah.
He can get a lot of these people on his, his studio right here and his vision of it. And then they finally, all the other great creators out there can finally get a chance to get their IDs out there. And that's what's so great about this.
Exactly. Now, Wyldwood Studios, he explained, is in its early stages and with final investment deck underway. As he prepares for fundraising, Levi shared that establishing Wyldwood has been a dream for over 25 years, one inspired by, quote, a vision God put on his heart from the very beginning. His hopes is to build a space dedicated to storytelling excellence, a refuge for all who wants to get back into excellent storytelling.
Exactly.
There you go.
That's all we need.
Love it. That's yes.
How more based can you be like this in this industry? This is one of the most based things I've heard in such a long time by a person who's been in this industry for so many years.
It's not asking for much.
No, it's not.
Because I mean, how many times have we seen this? How many times have we seen the same old drab kind of story? Or again, like what we're talking about, stupid friggin' dumbass reboots that we don't need, that we don't want. I don't want to. I you know what? If you think a movie was so great that you have to remake it, release the original movie in movie theaters. That's what you should do.
And give it, a 4K release and all that kind of stuff. Release it all over again in 4K and all that. New steel covers. You're gonna do all of these kind of stuff and show them on, and like you said, the cinema and everything again. You can do that. It's
pop
easy.
You'll save a fortune. Think about it. You'll save a fortune because you don't have to make a whole film. It won't cost anything.
Yes.
It's already in the can. Just re-release it and make more money off it.
That's all you got to do.
Yes.
I mean, let's take, I don't know, like one of the greatest movies ever made. Let's say Gone with the Wind. Okay, just Gone with the Wind. Because all you would need to know, if they were to remake it today, everything would be done with CGI. You would have actors and actresses complaining about. Look, you would have Scarlett O'Hara played by some stupid vapid woman. She's not strong enough. She needs to take advantage of the patriarchy to make. She needs to be the one that comes out on top. Because because of the famous line at the end where, that dude wasn't having any more of her shit, saying, oh, frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn.
Give a damn. Yeah.
That because you know what? She was a leech. That's all she was. Hopefully I don't know. Right, but that's right. But no, if you were to remake that today, no, she would be taking advantage of every dude and humping her way to the top.
And everybody would love her because she's against the patriarchy. And like,
exactly.
Yeah.
And you know what? And you would ruin a classic forever that way. And hey, Gorilla's Random Thoughts, nice to see you here, dude. Great that you could join up today. You're gonna lurk. You lurk away, man. You lurk away.
That sounds neat. What did I miss?
Well, you missed Sydney Sweeney and Zachary Levi
not much,
is.
then.
Actually, no, Pop, believe it or not. Turns out she's more conservative and more level-headed than a lot of these idiots in Hollywood.
Exactly.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was like, whoa, I didn't know. I had no respect for
And,
her. And you missed a story that we mentioned you because we wanted your response on it. Oh, too bad you didn't show up. Darn,
I know.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh,
It was good, stupid news. So, and Zachary Levi basically getting, starting a Wyldwood Productions, his own studio, and is sick and tired of Hollywood stupid reboots. So that really don't need to be made, and wants to make creativity flourish again. So,
well,
there
good.
you go. Yeah,
he'll have an uphill battle.
I know, right?
So like in a tweet, and you can go ahead and follow Zachary Levi at Zachary Levi on X. And like it says right here, all for all of you to see. Yeah, what are your thoughts on movies, TV shows constantly regurgitating old material versus taking the risk of something new with the company that you're building? Are you forging ahead into more new material, particularly anything new in sci-fi or fantasy direction? So, and again, like we reiterated, and if you're just joining, then that's great because this can catch you up. It's one of my biggest gripes, he says, in Hollywood, in the current state of my industry, when the people in power desperately lack creative vision and the courage to back it up, we fall into what we're seeing now. It's completely fear-based. They don't actually know what a good project is, and I'll have to scroll up a little bit. They don't know what a great project is, and they don't know what audiences want. So they feverishly dig up through old IPs, hoping that since there used to be an audience for it, that at least some of that former audience will come back and watch it. It's insulting to both great talent and, and blah, 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 blah. So, So Dr. Gordon David Littleford also said, P.S. I have tried Googling. I have tried looking up Wyldwood Studios. Also, I'm pretty sure that anything I say from here on just makes me look like a desperate stalker, LOL. I just know that I could help him with some things he has mentioned are his goals in his post, to which he responds, I guess, well, kudos for trying, but actually Wyldwood Studios is only Wyldwood Productions at present. I'm in the process of finalizing the investment deck and will be going out for a raise very soon. It's been calling, like I said before, a dream of mine for 25 years though. So, I mean, good on him. For wanting to do something like this, because like I mentioned earlier, during this article, he wants to just tell stories, original stories. And like I said before, you're seeing a lot of actors and producers leaving Hollywood and just wanting to start their own production studios and stuff like that to produce their own stuff. Marky Mark wants to do it. Zachary Levi here.
They're leaving Hollywood. Tom Holland? He actually wants out of Hollywood. He wanted to move back to England. He's like, I'm done. A lot of people want out of Hollywood now.
Yeah,
it's not a good place, and
we got.
As far as him making movies, hopefully he'll be have better success at it than what was it? The Daily Wire? Is that where Gina Carano went?
Yeah,
I forget.
Yeah. No, she went to Daily Wire. Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, I did watch, what was it, Terror on the Prairie? I mean, it wasn't bad. I mean, it wasn't good. I mean, I shouldn't say it wasn't good.
It was just there.
It was just there. Right. And, I mean, like Finity had said earlier in the chat, if I can find that, because he was mentioning, what was it about a comic he was doing? If nobody buys it, then at least he gave it a shot, right?
Yeah.
And I'm kind of paraphrasing there. Yeah. And this is the same thing, at least you're going to give it your shot. You're going to give it your best. And if it fails, at least you tried. There's nothing wrong in trying.
A good example, I'll bring this up. I was a fan of the Fallout series games for years. And then people were like, the TV show is going to be garbage, blah, blah, blah. It was a hit. It was massive. And there was nothing woke about it. It was just well written, well done, and loosely, very well based after the game. So I'm like, okay, see, they took a chance and they did it. Like, that's what you got to do. Sometimes just take a chance. As long as it's not have ideologies and stupid this and that. No, you're going to be good, I think. That's all people want is good stories.
No, precisely.
Yeah. Good entertainment.
Here's the thing. If you try and fail, that's okay. At least you tried. But if you failed to try, well, then you got a problem, because then you'll never know what could have been.
The good example, the way I put that, I've been taught this, being a photographer, getting into filmmaking, is you got to try, because if you don't not try, and you won't fail, and the failing is actually learning. Falling flat on your face and failing is okay. I don't know. I know not to do that again. It's like, that's how you get better. That's how your craft gets better. I'll be honest. This weekend when I was doing the photo shoots, I didn't like some of the photos because they turned out really soft. I'm like, I should have did this instead. But I learned, because I didn't do many night shootings. I mostly do day shootings. Now I know. Okay, low lighting. Now I'm gonna do a little bit more of this next time. But I learned. Some of them turned out really good, but I didn't like the way some of them didn't. And it was like, I learned from that. I was like, I'm still learning. You're always learning. So, but you can't be afraid to fail.
Exactly. I mean, here's the thing. I'm going to use Tom as an example because he's right here, and he was first. Because you went to Fredericton, right? I mean, let's say hypothetically, you stayed down in the dumps, and I don't feel like going to Fredericton. I'm just I don't know, too bummed out, too depressed, or whatever. And I'm just saying loosely, obviously. Then you, like you were telling me earlier before the show started, you wouldn't have made various connections, and you don't know what's going to come of these connections in the future, because obviously we can't. We're not we're not channeling into the future. We don't have a crystal ball or anything like that. We don't know what's going to come of it, but we hope for the best.
Some of these guys have production companies. They
Yes.
actually are doing this TV series, and they're friends of friends. And he said, "No, we're watching it. We're looking at you, and we see you working hard."
Yes.
What? I was like,
if you didn't get up off your arse,
yeah,
none of this would have happened.
No,
we don't know. Exactly. We don't know what's going to happen, from here on out. Hopefully it's something good, but you made a bunch of connections.
Yeah.
It's people like, for example, like Zachary Levi, that just wants to bring original fun tales like in fantasy or sci-fi, because that's his wheelhouse. He's a nerd.
Exactly.
He's a geek. He loves comic books. He loves video games. He's an all-round nerd. He's kind of like Henry Cavill, except probably maybe a little bit more on the nerdy side. But
and Henry's pretty nerdy himself, but I know.
Yep.
Yeah. But the thing is, he wants to bring original stories instead of the same regurgitated crap that we've been getting for ages. And we're all tired of it. And he knows that we're all tired of it. This is why I just, sometimes out of sheer boredom, I'll just turn on the TV. I would rather watch stuff on YouTube rather than, I don't know, like a remade show. Or if I really want to watch something, I'll watch an old show. I go
YouTube.
And,
I watch YouTube on the TV. TV mostly bores me nowadays. I mostly watch YouTube. Like, Nora Lee, Itchy Boots, or many other stuff.
I won't watch a lot of modern stuff. I will go and I will watch like the old Outer Limits 60s episodes and stuff like that. I'll watch stuff like that. I've been binge watching, maybe not for the past couple of days, but like Space 1999. Right?
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, I will watch that, right? From like the 70s. Why? Because, for all its faults, for all its, because, now we know more about, space and stuff like that. For all its goofiness and its faults and stuff like that, it doesn't matter because it was original and they were having fun with it. And, and you get to thinking, it's like, okay, the moon was hurled out of Earth's orbit due to an atomic explosion. And it's like, you hear them talking about, they're in another part of the galaxy, or they're in open space, or they're entering another galaxy. And I'm thinking, how freaking fast is this moon traveling? Because this would have to be going faster than the freaking speed of light. And like, it's like the science doesn't make sense, but it doesn't matter because it was fun and it's cool and it was original, right?
Okay.
Yep. And you had compelling characters and storytelling that you really didn't mind. You didn't find yourself thinking out loud, that's not how space works.
No, exactly. Because if you were to make that today, it would have to be as scientifically accurate as possible. Yeah. And it would just be lame and boring. By the second episode, by the second episode, there'd be like, I don't know, approaching Mars or something like that. By episode, I don't know, 20, if it was even made that far, they'd be like maybe getting closer to Jupiter or something. It would just be stupid. Yes, Lenrod. See, exactly. The key is entertainment.
Yep. Exactly.
That's what it is.
Stop with agenda bullshit. Just entertainment. Just to entertain.
Yeah. I don't want it to make sense. I just want it to be fun.
I'll bring a good example out, and this made a thing. Keanu Reeves decided to create this new character, John Wick. It was it's an action film. We've all done action, but it's original.
Oh, yeah.
The dog. Look at him. That's spinned off how many TV shows and stuff because it was original and it was awesome.
Yep.
And guess what? Originality does work, people. It's
exactly.
It's a concept that has legs to it, and then it's entertaining. It gives people what they want.
Yeah.
Gasp.
I know. Cater to us, the fans. It's like what?
Heaven forbid that happens.
Yeah, you don't give the fans what they want. You tell them what they should want.
That's right.
And if they don't like
it,
then
told what we want.
Down their throat.
We don't know what we want. We don't know what we want.
No.
And if the fans don't like it, just call them istophobes and wash
just
your
attack
hands and be done with it.
Yeah.
Our Madman number 4 says, exactly. I've been doing stop motion animation for 10 plus years, animating game miniatures, and just now I'm getting the attention and possible offers from companies. It takes time and a lot of effort. It does.
Yes,
It does.
I've been doing photography for years. I'm finally, after years and years of doing it, I'm finally, people noticing. You can't give up.
It is literally.
Believe in yourself
No.
and don't give up. Yeah.
It is literally putting in your blood, sweat, and tears. You know,
Yeah,
it literally is that. I'm still watching My Favorite Martian on Tubi. Yeah, see, there you go, right?
Babylon
if it was
5, Farscape,
Yeah.
Dark Matter.
Oh, wow.
if it was
Farscape,
made,
that's a good one.
oh, so good. If it was made today, it wouldn't eventually be remotely scientifically accurate. Think sonar. Think sonar in space.
Oh, you had to go there. Ah.
Oh my God, I know exactly
Sonar in
what you're talking
space.
about. Yes, sonar.
The
in
power of
space.
math, people.
Oh my God, yeah. You know what? That being said, you know what? That being said, I'm gonna share something, because apparently, I don't know, some people have been, I don't know, complaining about Canada, and I'm just gonna say this, okay?
Okay.
An attack on Canada is an attack on Starfleet's greatest captain and actor, William Shatner.
Damn straight.
Oh,
That's right.
That's right.
For the younger people, you can say it's attack on Ryan Reynolds. So
That's right. So any of you Star Trek fans that are attacking Canada, you're attacking William Shatner. And you don't want William Shatner to cry now, do you?
No.
You don't. No, you don't.
And also, some fun stuff that happened today that I saw is that they're trying to cancel Sylvester Stallone now because he supports Donald Trump.
Yes, right?
Yeah,
Yep.
that ain't happening.
It's dumb.
Good luck with that. I'm
Yeah.
sure
Because
that
he-
affects him
that-
very little.
He also, he had
right,
a
Vince.
little speech. He had a little speech, and then he said, he took Donald Trump out, and and stuff like that. They had a little thing, and because of that, they're trying to cancel one of the biggest action stars too now, just because of that.
That's not happening.
You
Nice
know,
try. It's just, yeah.
But I think Zachary Levi, he's definitely on to something, just like a lot of these other people that are
Yeah.
fleeing Hollywood. Yeah, I'm bored.
Independent. Just go,
Exactly.
independent is the future. Independent comics, independent movies, independent
Yeah.
shows, independent
I-
artists, all this kind of stuff.
I collected comics like crazy, when I was in my teens. I would read them up. You know why? Because, even though they would change writers like almost all the time, or you had some really good writers that would stick with a particular book, like, I don't know, Chris Claremont and X-Men,
Yeah.
Ron Mars when he was on Silver Surfer, John
Yeah.
Byron when he was on Fantastic Four or
Exactly.
West Coast Avengers and stuff like that. They brought something to the table that was original and it was different, and you had fun in that universe, right? It's like all the kids meet at one big giant sandbox and you just play pretend. That's the name of the game, right?
And the sad part, I did not get to grow up like you guys did, with comics. Of course, I'm younger. I'm a younger generation of a
I
comic book
forgive you.
reader.
It's
But
okay.
but I grew up reading the old stuff, Chris Claremont and all this other stuff. Of course, that's the things that I started growing up with because my father was a big comic book guy himself. And but I had to experience the shift, like really experience it at a young age. And that's the worst part because I didn't get so many years like you guys, being in the golden age of comics, the good age of comics.
The magical
Golden
decade that
The
was the
yeah.
80s.
Exactly.
But at least I did get to read a lot of them and grow up with them
Yeah.
and all that. And I that's why I also started to collect comics and became, a comic book geek and, got so obsessed with comics and, DC, Marvel, Vertigo, and so many others, right?
Yep.
But when I saw the shift at a young age too, and it's sad to say, I stopped collecting and I got really picky because of this. I'm like, yeah, I'm just gonna be picky of what I want because a lot of comics, I remember especially 2016 was like a big year for a big change. A lot of things changed then with comics and movies, and then I just stopped collecting, and it's sad because I love to collect. I am a collector, so. But a good thing, I put my money where it's worth, and that's a lot of the older comics from the years I was not living. I was not even born from that age, and of course some of my age too, when I was young, before stuff really got shit and stuff like that.
Well, it's because you had writers with experience, right?
A good example.
That could actually speak from experience, and they put that into their stories, whether it was in comics or movies or TV shows or whatever, right? And that's what made it fun, because, like I said, it's like a sandbox that you got to play in, and anybody could have fun with it, right? Tom,
I want to bring up an example, and this actually pertains to you specifically. I know. Remember years ago, there was this artist, Todd McFarlane, little known, but then he worked for Marvel for a while, doing Spider-Man stuff. Then he started his own thing, which was independent at the time. It's not really independent now. It's a beast. Image Comics, Spawn. You got me into Spawn. It was you that specifically got me into Spawn. You're the one. I collected I love Spawn. I still collect it to this day. I'm missing a lot of back ones, but I love it. But it was independent at the time. Now he's kind of a beast. Now it's kind of big, But I mean, he was independent. Look what he did. Spawn was an original character. He was an anti-hero because he killed his victim, but it was original at the time, and that's why I loved it. Now, did I like Marvel? Hulk was my favorite. I got old Hulk ones I still love, but it got stale. Like, it comes and goes at the time. No, exactly.
You don't want the hillbilly Hulk, Tom. You don't want the hillbilly Hulk.
Oh, no.
But no, Spawn was my favorite.
It's like, I do like the writer, but he's made a lot of great comics through the years, but his old Logan stuff was really weird.
But Todd, he was independent for years, and then boom, now he's a monster of Image is huge now.
Yeah, and he also creates toys and everything like that too.
Tons of lines of toys, sports, and everything. But
Barry Windsor Smith in the early years of Valiant. I mean, that was solid gold there.
Yeah.
You smash a pretty mouth.
I just want to hear Hulk sing "Sweet Home Alabama."
Yeah.
Freedom, Alabama. God, I don't know. Are you saying that he spawned your interest in that comics?
He did. Yes, 100%.
Well, a lot of Spawn comics are good and still holds up a lot today too.
Oh yeah, it's one of the longest running series ever. Actually, now it's up there. So.
But I'm definitely hoping that Zachary Levi does make a huge thing of this. Totally huge. I want to see fantastic things come from Zachary Levi.
Yeah.
It'll be just totally awesome to bring original stories back to the silver screen. So
high expectations.
And get a lot of new independent creators out there, and find people no one ever heard about, and people that has been denied because whatever beliefs they have or whatever it is, and let them finally create what they always wanted and follow their dream.
Because Chase, let's raise our hand. Wave at him right now. There's two of us right here. Hi.
Who cares what an Emmy or an Oscar or a Golden Globe means anymore? It doesn't mean shit anymore. All I want to do is, like I said before, dance, monkey, and perform. Here's your shiny gold coin. Was it good? Here you go. That's all. That's all.
Trader, I just want to
for example,
that was awesome.
For example, like me and for example, like people like me and of course Kami and others out there, of course, who creates comic stuff. For example, we have no space, in Marvel or DC. We will be denied for our beliefs and how we think about the world and all this kind of stuff. And that's what it is. Better for people like us, even with Tom, with the work he also does, and other people out there. Independence. Find other independent people who has their own independent stuff and work with each other, and create something new, a new media for people out there. That's what's so great. And it is like I always say, even if you like Eric July or not, it doesn't really matter. I'm no side of that coin of the war out there between those people. But one thing I will praise him for, and that is, doing stuff independent. For example, he's a good, example too, to going independent. And he did well with independency. And a lot of other people are following the independent line of doing stuff, and people love that a lot more because they don't try to push any stupid agendas in their work. They actually want to try to create something that is entertainment and all this kind of stuff. Even if it's a political comic, we say a political comic, at least it's a comic, and they want to create a political comic, but it's an original story with the in-world politics of that comic.
I'm the guy that has been there to the dance in Marvel and DC, but now doing independent, our very own Al. So
Yep,
got his own
that's right.
independent comic and pushing that, and it's you
Yeah.
know, it's good on him. So
This is a great period of time for the independent creators. Yeah, using YouTube as an example.
YouTube
Type
Rumble and other stuff.
Type in Star Wars fan film, and I can pick out like half dozen excellent quality fan films that would give Disney.
Star Wars, X-Men, and you know, Marvel.
Yeah.
There's so many fan films out there, independent. To
That
just
are
look for
excellent.
example.
10 times better than what they're doing.
Look at one of the fan films that you know, the Viking Wolverine fan.
Oh, I saw
film
that one. That was amazing.
And
What?
that's
What?
and
What
that's
is that?
yeah. It's a fan film of professional stunt doubles. Like they do work in Hollywood too, but they did an independent project, really well done, and they are professional stuntmen, and they got, you know, a good budget of creating a fan film. I saw people trashing them because, oh, but they are stunt doubles. They work in Hollywood. Of course, they have the money. Yeah, so what? They did the fan film
They wanted
independent
to do
for fun.
something original, and having Wolverine during the Vikings. That
Yeah,
was
the
a
Viking
You
cool
guys sent me a
concept.
link to that.
Yeah,
But
it's fucking amazing. It's really good.
I seen one
What?
with Jason versus Freddy. No, was it Jason versus Michael Myers? It was a fan film. It was brilliant.
Yeah, it's a lot of fan films out there who's really good.
Boba Fett, 12 Parsec Stare.
Oh,
Ooh, yeah. But anyway,
You've seen that
all
one.
I have to say to Zach Levi, Zach, if you ever listen to this, and that would be a long stretch, but it'd be amazing. Chuck movie, I want it. Super fan,
Yeah.
let's not make it happen. So
Yeah.
anyway, seeing how
And hire us. We are
that's right,
ready.
hire
we are
us.
ready.
We are so ready. We do have talent.
We have a
swear
lot
to
of
God, we
stories and a
do.
lot of original stuff.
Vent us if you need to. I will give up my first.
I can write
form.
story, and I can also be an editor and stuff like that. No problem.
There you go. Swear to God, I will show you my resume. So will these guys. Anyway, so see now we're at the end of the show, and I think I have somebody going to be showing up pretty soon. Usually on a Friday. We yeah, I know. I didn't like how Chuck ended either. No, it was such a good show.
And there's the link, by the way, Tom, in the chat there. Logan the Wolf. That's
Oh,
the
yeah, I
link.
just dropped it in the private chat as well.
Yeah, it's so
Nice.
good. It's oh god, that just inspired me to like I want to do some more, film, man, because that's so amazingly done.
We usually before we take leave here, we usually have a show or I should say a cartoon at the end of the show. So we'll get right onto that before we do our obligatory plugs. So enjoy.
No!
ヒューマントーチね、銀行でお金貸してもらえなかったらしいわよ。
Hey, look at me. I'm a little bird. Ik ga liever schaatsen.
And there you go. Did you see who came out of the closet? I knew you did. Oh my God, I love it. Yeah. Love Days of Future Past story in the X-Men comic book series. Movie was terrible though. Oh dude, I so agree with you on
just
that.
don't mention the Phoenix saga. They will never get that right.
No, they never, ever will. Oh my!
I actually didn't hate Future Past. I know I'm weird, and I didn't compared to the Phoenix Saga. That was horrible. Yes, that was.
Yeah, ever since First Class, I've like I didn't mind X-Men before that, but you know when First Class came out, and since then it's just like no, I'm sorry, you cannot convince me that what's his face is Professor Xavier ever. Or Michael Fassbender as Magneto. It's like, no, I'm sorry. My Magneto is an old man. Okay, just like in the comic book.
Well, I'm happy you like old
gray
men.
hair.
You know, it's good you came out of the closet. You know.
Yeah, well,
You like Gandalf, don't you?
Gandalf is so hot. You know.
More Dumbledore, because Dumbledore is gay, so you know maybe that's more into
I'm
comics.
I'm gonna give Gandalf $500 so I can turn invisible now. So, yeah,
exactly.
Yeah. Third time's a charm. Yeah, exactly. Right?
Probably never.
Yeah. X2 was very good. Yeah, it was. I will give you that. So, I mean, you know, I think they did Gene dirty in X3.
Yeah, they did.
I'm sorry. Yes. I hated that Juggernaut. God, I just, you know, the one that showed up in
Juggernaut, bitch.
Oh, I'm the Juggernaut, bitch.
Oh,
no, you're not. Juggernaut's not a mutant. Stop it. God,
no.
That was just so horrible.
But Deadpool 2.
Yes.
Closer, but still a mutant.
Hey, Quicksilver was still awesome in that X-Men universe. I loved the Quicksilver.
Okay, I did like Quicksilver in that.
Yeah,
yeah, they did
Quicksilver
everyone
was
dirty in
nice.
X3. They did.
For me, I really love 1 and 2. I think the third is okay. I don't hate it, but it could have been a lot better.
Yeah.
And Origins, it's good for what it is. Could have been better, but but again, I did like the change that they made Sabretooth and Wolverine brothers, because it kind of makes sense in my eyes. You know, they fit more like brothers in my view. And but one of the best ones is, of course, Days of Future Past is one of their best, and of course Logan. I really love Logan, and
Logan's
and
Logan
I am one of the people who actually do really enjoy Apocalypse. I actually enjoy that movie a lot. I did not hate it at all. It's my favorite of the Young X-Men.
I thought it was okay.
And Dark Phoenix, it is what it is. There are parts in it that I like. It's like a guilty pleasure, It's like a guilty pleasure of them.
If you like it, you win.
Exactly.
Yeah, I enjoy it probably more than other people. I don't hate it. I do own it on Steel Cage. But I normally always buy stuff in Steel. So
there you go.
But either way, the movie is okay. It's some dialogue I wish they changed, and I wish they used more of course, Quicksilver. But I would have loved to see the original Dark Phoenix Part 1 and 2, the original story, the original trail that came out many years ago, and having the scrolls and everything like that. But
it's not going to happen.
No.
So.
And I like the mutant movie.
Tom, see now, not going to be plugging for you. Go ahead and plug today.
Yeah.
I'm awake. What the hell?
You made it through the whole
You didn't
show.
fall asleep this time. You didn't do a prismatics.
I did do a press, exactly. Love you, press. No. Let's see. Oh gosh, it's been a busy week.
Dance monkey.
Just editing a lot of pictures. But I finally finished last night. Phone and a film, and all done. And now I got to get back into the swing of things. So I'm gonna be getting.
You can find them on OnlyFans, people.
Yeah, I wish. It means I'd have something. I don't have something to show. Anyway, but no, I got to get back to gonna get back to creating, and I got some ideas. Being at that film festival really inspired me. Holy crap, did it ever inspire me? Having people talk nice. I don't think high on myself. I'm really hard on myself.
Inspired you so much that you fell asleep.
I'm so tired. Oh my gosh. I literally walked like 10 miles a day every day, and I was working late and taking pictures in the morning and the day. And I did some other side jobs, security. I did setups, and I tried to prove to them, hey, I'm here to work my ass off. And I'd even move to Fredericton if I could get a job, and had a cheap apartment like I do now. But it's just trying to make a living, man. I got to make a living doing the arts. That's what I'm meant to do, and that's what I'm pushing for. But stay tuned. Once I get a gimbal, and I'm hoping to get I'm gonna see if I can trade in the Google Pixel 8a for the Pro. See if there's any with the 9 out now. The Pro might be cheaper than the 8, and that's better in low light. And Jace, you know what it was like when I filmed that thing at night. It was kind of shaky. So if I can get something that can take low light, that could really change my game. And I'll go back to doing the vlogs of St. John. I got one of Fredericton I'm gonna put together here soon. I walked around for it. I did a vlog, so stay tuned for that. And me and Jessica are going to start doing stuff too. So I'll get back to doing stuff. And I might do gaming as well. If I can get myself a new Elgato, I'm going to get back into streaming as well. But that's about it right now. Just keeping busy. And like I said, I might not be able to make every stream for every shows anymore because I'm actually looking to start my career. I'm going to be working my ass extra hard now because as a photographer and a filmmaker, I want to do this and I'm meant to do this. So now it's time to do this. You know what I mean? So, and like you said, take the chance. I'm taking the chance. It's scary, but I have to because I'll never know if I don't. So
that's right.
Yeah.
And Jason Fox, what do you got to plug, dude?
Well, tomorrow, of course, Skullcast is coming back with episode 11. I think it is. I think it's episode 11, if I don't remember wrong. This week, of course, Monday we might do a Beyond early on Monday. I will see what happens because I try to do the Beyond show every other Monday just to get more shows out there and more topics out there that we talk about. But other than that, if you're gonna stream, I'm gonna of course try to join here on Tuesday. If you're gonna stream, we take it as it comes. Of course, Thursday, the official The Beyond show, we're going to talk about some stuff and hopefully not get disconnected again. Thank you, StreamYard. A lot of people have had problems lately, and this is what we pay you for. Fix your shit. And then, of course, Fridays, normally I'm always here. And then, they're repeating the same stuff that we are doing. And I'm working on a lot of other stuff. Yes, I'm working on a comic and stuff like that. Of course, it's going to take a long time before I am finished because I'm a perfectionist and I want the story to be good. And before I will ever release it, I'm, of course, going to go through with friends who work in the industry as comic creators and stuff like that to see if they like it, stuff that they think that should be changed and stuff like that. And been working my ass off with film and videos for others. That's what I mainly work as, is an editor. So if you ever need an editor, you can always hit me up. I'm really fair with the price. I'm not like a lot of other people out there who are dicks with the prices. I'm more nice, with the price. So just been working a lot on next year. It's going to be a good year. A lot new shows. We have been planned a lot new shows. And soon I am finally done with the new intro and everything for season 4 of The Beyond. And I will finish up the Acolyte fan edit that I'm doing. Just taking a little break of it because, I work with other stuff too, as I just mentioned. But I will be finished with it, and I have a lot of people asking me when it is done. It's done when it's done. That's all I'm going to tell you. It's done when it's done. And other than that, as I always say before we wrap up, just remember life's too short. Make the most of it. And we on this panel, we would not been here without all of you guys out there. So thank you for the love and thank you for the inspiration to make us going and doing this. It means the world to us.
All right. And
Ditto.
Pop Culture Republic.
Yes, it's me.
Short and sweet. There we go.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's me. Goodbye, everybody.
Let's see. Trying to decide on where I want to take my channel. Working on some new ideas and stuff. New graphics. Trying to tie my YouTube, my Twitter, X, and other stuff together with something that looks somewhat cohesive. And then making up new ideas for new segments during the week. Of course, hopefully bringing back Comic Book Saturdays pretty soon. Still trying to work on my time management and all the things going on off of YouTube. And let's see. Guess since Appion's not here, I will plug what I'm doing with Appion on Sunday nights, hanging out with him, Carla, and Padawannabe while we're talking about Farscape.
Awesome.
That is fun. That's been a blast. I've been enjoying that. We're I think still partway through season 1 of Farscape. And I've seen it numerous times. This is their first time watching it, so that's been a blast. Anybody around on Sunday afternoons, early evenings, depending on where you are time zone wise, feel free to check out Appion's channel and our Farscape stream. And then that's pretty much it for me.
Right on.
Yeah.
Oh, and just a quick note, Pop, to let you know, the first episode of Silo is on tonight.
Yes.
Yes, that's coming in.
That's
tonight,
going to be fun.
Oh yeah, I'm looking forward to that as well. But also, just to let everybody know, not that anybody here cares about it, Mike Tyson is going to have a fake fight with. I wish it was real, 'cause I'd like to see him kick his ass, but I think Mike could still kick his ass, but it's so scripted.
He's what, 68 years old or 58 or 60
58.
or 70?
Well, he's
seen his
active,
training
man.
video.
He's active.
He's
He
still
is good.
scary.
Oh, his
He is
training
better-
video,
dude,
he can kill Jake Paul.
He's more in
Yeah.
shape than ever in his life.
Oh, 100%.
I've been
He could be
watching Mike
78
Tyson
and
the
still
whole
be
time,
scary.
but it's a talk for another time. you know?
And also I do want to mention one thing. If you guys that are still here on the channel or were at least watching this on the rewind, if you haven't checked out yesterday's video that I put up yesterday for about what was happening with Al Nickerson, again, please
Great
check out his
video.
books that are always in the description and whatnot, and because he does have his books out right now, and and he's an awesome addition to this channel. Love him to death, dude. Check that
Great
video
guy.
out. I will say one thing. Flip City Magazine, they informed me yesterday that as they were checking out that video, that they literally were seeing views drop off, that YouTube was actually taking away views from that video. I'm not
Really?
kidding. Yep.
Really?
As they were
Wow.
watching it, they saw the views drop. YouTube
That's
was actually trying to censor that video, or just to make it look like there was like no views whatsoever on it. So if
YouTube
you
snapped it.
guys, if you guys can do me a favor, those of you that are still watching in the chat, or if you're watching on the rewind, spread that video around all over social media, all over X, all over Facebook, wherever you social media eyes. I don't even know if that's a word, whatever. I just made it up right now. But, if you can spread that around, because, that kind of stuff is absolutely wrong. It's 100% wrong. And, and it shouldn't happen to anybody. For an organization that says, that they're a safe spot for artists of all types that are out there, and to help them with their medical or legal or anything.
But safe space.
You know,
I'm gonna ask.
Yeah, we're a safe space for that kind of thing. But go ahead and
safe space. I don't see a safe space.
No,
Do you know what my safe space is? Putting my headphones on, listening to my music, and playing video games. That's what I feel.
Exactly.
Besides
If
that,
you guys
no.
can go ahead and spread that video around like crazy to anybody that happens to read comics, enjoys comics, enjoys anything for that matter, I would really appreciate it. And again, like I've said before, the links where you can find them on Amazon are in the description below, and definitely in that video from yesterday. If you can, go ahead and check them out and get a copy. It is actually a fun book to read. It is a really awesome book to read. I would greatly appreciate that. And I'm sure that Al would, greatly appreciate that as well. So,
if you don't do it, you will have an angry Viking after you with Nax.
Exactly.
Just so you know. I will fail this.
And Vince put the link up right there. It's in the chat. And yesterday's video. So I was quite shocked for Flip City to tell me that. Al, yeah, it's been a wild couple of weeks. Also sending some books right now while listening to you guys. Thanks. It's all good, dude. It's all good, man.
Always good to have you here, brother.
That's right. So that's it for the show today.
Wait. You always forget to do it for yourself. And everybody that's watching here, don't forget to share, subscribe, and like this gentleman who hosts the show on a bi-week or multi-weekly basis.
Yeah,
he works his butt off for you guys.
That
really
invites us onto his channel.
Exactly. And he entertains
I
you,
got-
and he tells the news that nobody else is
And
telling.
tolerates our bullshit.
Exactly. And falling asleep on his stream, and he's okay with it. So,
So let's go to Shilling Time Station, and to everybody that's watching right now or happen to be watching on the rewind. Yes, okay. This is my Shilling Time Station where I'm going to shill myself. So
and as a graphic designer myself, hire this man. He's damn good.
I am a graphic designer. I can help you if you happen to be on a budget. Yeah, there is the website there where that you can go to. That I gotta update it at some point because I never seem to find the time. But yes, I can send you samples of work that I've done. I worked with third-party companies that happen to be selling products worldwide. I have helped producers that work on television shows what was that one? Where Winona Earp. For the producer that worked on that show, Winona Earp. That delectable young woman with the guns and pew pew, and with zombies or whatever the heck it is. I don't know. I never watched the show, but worked with that guy, for example. So yeah, I'm a graphic designer. I can help you on a budget. My commissions are open, and as I continue to work in in improving my comic arts, that's what I do. So if you want, you can go ahead and follow me on X if you want, or True Social. Doesn't really matter so much because I hardly go on there whatsoever. So. And for some odd reason, I can't access it. So, but that's just me. But I am also on Facebook as well. So all the links are down below. And comment if it's a replay. That's right, because it kind of helps me to know that, well, you guys kind of do watch this on the replay. And that's right. And don't forget to comment. So, and hail to you again, our Madman number 4. So. Because I don't leave anybody out, or at least I try not to. So yeah, that's it for the show. I hope all of you guys and gals have a wonderful weekend. Stay safe, and
I'm awake.
And you're still awake. Yes, you are. And I guess Al is still awake because he made it through the show too because he didn't fall asleep. Wendy had to go, but she has a meeting. So to everybody out there,
be excellent to each other.
Is this not going to play? It's not going to play, is it?
It was playing.
Like it played.
Was it playing?
Excellent to each other. And party on, dudes!
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.